record 30 seconds, so like I'll have a sound bit to connect and just be able to cut that out of the thing. So if there's that consistent sound, you cut it out of the damn podcast. It's like, all right, for 30 seconds you record sound and then chop. Spectral extraction, and then you excommunicate that shit out of your fucking podcast.
Okay.
Spectral extraction. Alright. Is there actually birds that loud? Chirpy birds?
What?
You
Say
hear?
that again?
I don't know. We just heard chirpy. I'm just hearing chirpy ass fucking birds, like all fucking happy as shit chirpy birds.
We are outside.
We are outside.
Yeah,
Alright. Never mind. Alright. We're good. That's enough of that fucking bullshit. Alright. On 3, I will start the podcast and do the introductions. Gene, you're last after you hear Maddie and Leah talk. We're go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll ask I'll ask the question. Then you just say it's Gene. All right, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. We're on our porch. I'm hosting. I'm joined as always, and sometimes always, with
Madeline.
Leah.
and
Gino.
yay! All right, excellent. This is episode 18. We're going to be talking about rental stores and movie stores because you young whippersnappers probably don't remember rental stores and movie stores the same way we do as old people. But, that's the way it goes.
Okay, boomer.
My
Shut
son
the
totally
fuck up.
remembers Flick Video.
Gene remembers movies.
Sometimes.
Movie rental store. Movies.
Oh, movies.
Movies.
I remember
Man,
that.
oh my god, that was like the
That was
first
the
year I was
blast.
here and then it
That
was
the
gone.
blast from the past.
You remember movies, Gene?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I remember when they closed, and I remember. Let's see. That's not the first place that I got like scary movies, but that was the first place that introduced me to like the MMA, the Ultimate Fighting, because you could only watch that if you went there and rented one because it was illegal and everywhere else, you know.
Yeah, true.
But what was the first movie rental store? Where
Yeah,
you
where-
got horror movies?
Where's the first place you got movie stores at? Movie stuff.
Easy Stop.
Easy stuff.
Easy Stop and Clyde.
Oh my god, they did have movies back in the day.
They did.
Oh shit!
Oh, that right by.
That's where the gas station in Kaylee's, like
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they did.
They
rent
used to have
movies.
roaster chicken too. Now they have a
Oh.
Oh,
cheap
they had a
knockoff.
good selection too, and it was just amazing. You'd go through there, and
Back when
as
you
a
could eat
kid,
gas station
I would
food.
just look at the whatever had the coolest
Cover.
Yeah,
yeah,
the coolest cover.
cover. Yeah, man, I'd get it.
Hell yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because we're from an era that didn't have trailers except for on VHS, so you had to rent a movie to get any kind of trailers for anything.
The first one I remember here now. So I'll leave off like my childhood in Oregon. But here was the Penny Saver up there in Jonathan Creek.
That's what it was called. I couldn't remember
And
the name.
it was movie rental and tanning beds.
I never understood that combination.
But then again, Waynesville had a store that was shoe repair and metaphysical books too. So it was like
That was pretty
it was
awesome.
perfect kudos commercials.
I miss both those places. The Penny Saver tanning bed and video rental and
Yes.
the shoe repair
repair.
and metaphysical bookstore.
Yes, we're in a weird like niche area here.
Yeah,
So-
when I first
I
moved
also
here,
miss
we lived
Kudos.
just off Jonathan Creek, so that was like the first place I think I went to in Haywood County
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Penny Saver.
But my college bestie Margaret lived in Jonathan Creek, and I lived in Maggie Valley for a while, or in Waynesville. So we would always go there to get our horror movies and just find like the trashiest B movies we could find.
So bad.
Just what had the worst looking cover, and we would seek out the trashiest movies, and often we would find them.
There, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It makes you wonder who was in charge of that. Who ordered the movies? It's just like, really, who
I don't
ordered
even
these
remember
films?
the people that worked there.
I don't remember anybody that worked there ever.
I don't remember.
You remember anyone that worked in one of the movie stores that you visited, Gene? Do you remember anybody that worked there back in the day?
Now my sister did. She worked in one, but I forget the damn name of it.
Where was it located, roughly?
Canton.
Oh, God.
Flick Video.
What was it?
Flick Video.
Yeah, that was it. That was pretty cool.
Flick Video? Really? They had a place called Flick Video in Canton?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And it's
that one.
like, my son was probably 3 or 4 when they closed down. He can still remember running up and down the aisles and looking at all the horror movies and all the cartoons, and like, it's like one of his happiest childhood memories.
Wow, that's cool.
For real.
That's great.
That's really great.
And the kids had to wait to get something new, and it wasn't just accessible like at the click of a button.
Yep.
Yeah, that was nice. Those were good times.
Right?
Oh, that's incredible, yeah. I'd never even seen Flick Video. I didn't even know where
It's
it was.
right
Stay
by
out
my
of
house.
And that doesn't even sound that a long time ago. It don't even feel like a long time ago.
It wasn't. Ed's 13, and he was probably 4 when they closed down, so that was like 9 years ago.
But what
They
was
held
cool
down
is
as
I
long
could
as they
pick
could.
out a selection.
Mm-hmm.
My sister would be like, "Hey, they're gonna get rid of these movies if you want to come up here and get them."
Yeah, that's the treasure.
Lucky. Oh, that's where it comes
What was
down
the one
to.
the last one here in Silva?
It wasn't movie. It was movie time.
Movie time.
Movie time. Just regular
Yes.
movie time.
I remember when they were shutting down, just going through there, just like looking at all the DVDs. What am I gonna buy?
Why do we not
It's $1.
have popcorn?
It's $1.
I'm craving popcorn so
We
hard
can make
now.
popcorn.
Yeah, we can
No, it's okay.
definitely get popcorn. I just bought 2 boxes of popcorn, no bigs. We definitely.
We don't
Alright.
need to be crunching on.
Yeah, we definitely don't need to be crunching. But facts are, Cemetery Man has been joined my collection, and I'm immediately going to lose it and send it to Lee.
What?
Cemetery Man.
Oh.
Rupert Everett. You still haven't seen it, apparently.
No, I loaned it to a coworker. I never got it back. I'm pretty sure they never watched it.
Fuckers.
They just moved.
What a bunch of douchebags. Yeah, Cemetery Man, Gene. And also, Gene, tomorrow,
Someday they'll be traumatized. by
like
that.
Friday, I've got you a copy of Tucker and Dale versus Evil to watch.
Yes! You need to watch that.
Oh my gosh.
It's made about you, Gene.
He's seen the beginning of it. We sat there on Shudder and watched it like on my phone. He's like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
I mean, it's making fun of like the hillbilly stereotypes, but in a really loving,
In the most
respectful way.
loving way.
And like when you realize that the hillbillies are actually like
The smarter people
yeah,
in the,
the smart
the
ones.
movie.
They just don't sound or look like it. It's so good. It's so gory.
It's
So
great.
gory.
It's
Yes.
so great.
It's so gory.
College kids.
Can't wait to watch it.
Oh yeah, I bought the DVD version so like you could see it and watch it.
I
But
swear I saw something about a sequel.
yeah.
Like
God.
soon.
Squeeze.
If there's a sequel, that'd be epic. Because they never finished it like all
Right,
weird horror
right.
movies. They don't finish it, but yeah, definitely. That's coming in tomorrow. Hopefully, Amazon said it's in transit. Should be here tomorrow. And one other film that I'm definitely lending you. It'll hit me later, and I'll yell it out. But all right, yeah, video movie stores are a dying thing.
The
It
dead
meant-
thing.
A dead thing. Yeah.
There is one left in Arizona or New Mexico.
Oregon?
I can never remember where he
There's
lives.
the last Blockbusters in Oregon right now.
No, this is not a Blockbuster, I don't
Okay.
think. But my friend Book used to work at a video store. Oh god, I can't remember if it's Arizona or New Mexico.
Video rental. There was a place in Portland when I was a kid called Movie Madness.
That sounds so
that
fun.
Oh my god, that place was like the coolest place.
I'd work there.
So
I'd be like,
cool.
minimum wage, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was
Movie
so.
Madness.
It was such a cool store.
That's definitely a
and I'm
part-time
pretty sure
job
that they
you
shut
want.
down a few years ago, but I haven't been to Portland in a while. And
If there was
definitely
a
not
video
to
store
Northwest.
here still, I would definitely
Just to
have
kind
a
of,
part-time
you know,
side hustle.
You could pretty much like open a franchise or just open a video rental store.
Like Orbit does. Orbit is
Do
our
they
local.
rental?
They do, but sadly, this is the entire scope of this entire podcast. Orbit has had to shut down their rental store section because it's not profitable enough for them to maintain it. And their rental section is amazing.
Oh, they do rentals. I've seen it there.
Yeah, it's like, I want to buy that movie, but it's like, no, that's going to cost you like $30 because that's our rental one. It's like, oh, okay. But no, their rental section is epic, and it's so hard to damn define. You have to go in there knowing who directed the movie, because it's going to be in his section, or who is like the star of it. It might be in their section. It's not alphabetical. It's not horror genre related, roughly, but it's really.
But they have a really good horror
this is clearly run by like serious movie buffs.
Serious movie buffs.
It's where I got my badass reanimator candle, prayer candle.
That's where me and Gene went last week to get like
Designed
copies
by
of like
Little.
all our new freaking cannibal movies.
Crazy movies.
Crazy movies.
Oh, that's a fun shop.
Yeah, I found the Bride with White Hair.
Apocalypse. Did you watch it yet?
Cannibal Apocalypse? No, I haven't. Still, I have not committed to the John Saxon damn classic Cannibal Apocalypse yet.
Wait, they had the bride with white hair? I know that's off topic, but
It's on DVD and I bought it. It's in my collection permanently now.
oh,
Yeah,
see one, I kill one.
yeah. Bride with White Hair. Epic, like kung fu-ish goodness. But yeah. But right now, yeah, Orbitz is kind of having to shut down their rental section, which is kind of our last rental DVD movie store in Western North Carolina, and it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And yeah, they're planning to keep it going, but it's just a matter of time.
I'm going to say that Bride with White Hair could cross over into the horror genre. It is a ghost story,
Yeah,
as
that's
well
fair.
as kung fu.
Drive-ins are making a comeback because of COVID, so you never know what could happen.
Exactly.
It's possible video rentals will come back.
That's true.
It could. I mean, like
I don't
zombie.
know what would have to make that happen except like the loss of internet, and I don't want that. But
Yeah. Lost of streaming service. Disney's not going to let that happen. But whatever.
Damn corporate America ruining my life.
Yeah. All right, we're going to run through some quick questions. Quick thoughts to fire up your minds. Are you ready for this one,
wait.
Gene?
Yeah, it don't matter.
And it does matter because this is going to fire up your mind. Here's your question, Gene. Ready?
Yep.
Tombstones, skeletons, zombies, or spiders? Which is your favorite Halloween decoration?
You're bats, but you didn't even say bats.
I didn't say bats. Goddamn bats. We don't need no bat milk here.
hey,
You know we totally have a giant bat skeleton hanging in the house.
True, but I didn't mention bats, so let's not bring it up. There's a whole bat milk scenario that we're talking about.
Jack-o'-lanterns, damn it.
I didn't say pumpkins either. Hate you all. Alright, so the question was tombstone, skeletons, zombies, or spiders? You bastard.
Spiders, man.
Alright, there you go. Same question, Maddie, go.
It's a hard question.
It's a very narrow question, but apparently without bats and fucking
look,
dams.
I always have skulls around all year long, so I'm going to go with tombstones. This is the one time of year I put my tombstones out, and it makes it special.
Fair. Leah, go.
definitely tombstones.
All right.
Because I spend an inordinate amount of time in cemeteries
Yes, you do.
taking photos of tombstones.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're art.
Remind me to show you something cool.
If she had an Instagram, it's pretty amazing. But I've seen her Facebook, and it's fucking cool. Like, the hills here have stories to tell.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I don't know. That's good. And my personal favorite is, like, I love the skeletons, of course. I love the skeletons. Just laying them out there. That's my favorite part of damn Halloween.
They are
is
fun.
they
They
skeletons.
all seem comical to me. But
Yeah.
they're goofy looking. Skeletons are goofy looking. Even real ones, like goofy.
All right. This one probably won't pertain to too many of us, but it's a pinging little question for me. Fall. With leaves or without leaves? Maddie, go.
With leaves.
With leaves.
Gene?
With leaves. Well, no, without leaves, because maybe some of these tourists to go home.
He has a
It'll take me so
point.
long to get to the house.
Yeah, because I
That's
love
a fair
fall
point.
when it's all... Personally, I'm kind of fall without leaves, just as an old cadre asshole, because I don't like car.
Loud.
Yeah, sooner the better. The tourists will be leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the tourists too much and having to work too much, but as soon as it all goes gray, it's like, all right, now we're just in this weird after party, and let's just enjoy it. That's where I'm
Yeah,
at.
so most definitely without leaves.
Yeah, without leaves for me. I love fall. I love damn leaves, but as soon as they're gone, it's like, all right, I can enjoy like about 3 weeks of real good times without stress of work.
Yeah, I mean, I understand both sides of it. Like my sister with her driveway, like the leaves become a menace. And,
They do.
And it's slippery and it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got one of those fancy driveways that isn't all black and old like mine. It's like the leaves will stain it.
And there's something to be said for the aesthetic of bare trees too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like,
yeah.
I just
love
associate them with winter.
my favorite part of my black walnut tree is when it doesn't have any leaves and it's just this gorgeous skeletal thing
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
in my backyard. I love it.
That's especially beautiful when it happens to the sycamore trees. Because you know how they get all white at the top and it just
Oh,
looks like
yeah.
little ghost fingers reaching up out of the earth.
Yeah, those are pretty.
They're all black at the
Sycamores
earth and
without
then
leaves are real
white
pretty.
at the tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a beautiful tree anyway. Oh, you son of a...
Just drink it. It's protein.
No, he's not dead.
She's gonna squeeze
I've got
it.
a gnat that's trying
Just
to drink
swirl
my
it.
wine.
And drink him.
And for all you listening, we are drinking Vampire Vineyards Vampire Signumgavunga.
Cabernet.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
My brain literally couldn't choose between Cabernet Sauvignon or Cabernet Sauvignon.
So that's
that's
what
more fun to say.
we're
It's
drinking some
actually-
Vampire Vino today.
And my critique is, this is a really good $10 bottle of wine. If you're like a big cab fan who likes a really full-bodied, really dry cab, this isn't for you. But if you'd like it slightly fruitier and less full-bodied, it's like a good table wine.
It's an amazing table wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they put this in a jug, this would be my jam.
In
this
a
is a-
jugular pot. Yeah, dad
But,
jokes for days here. Platinum dad jokes.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
You can put $1 in the jar, man.
Yeah,
I need
you
to.
need to put a $5 in that one.
Wait, do we have a dad joke jar?
No, we will. No, we
Apparently
actually.
that's going to be the next thing.
Horrible.
Damn it.
Oof.
Ruining my life.
Yeah, but this is my my plug for Vampire Vineyards, so I'm gonna send them a damn
Unsolicited.
text next week saying, all right, you mentioned you enjoy. At whatever minute this is, 18 minutes in, we talk about Vampire Vineyards. Delicious Cabernet Sauvignon.
Mike, just stop. He's doing this on purpose. He does this in the grocery store. He will walk around going, I can't find the quinoa. He will, loudly. Can't find the quinoa.
Quinoa. I like the
Oh.
quinoa.
Quinoa now? Okay.
Sure.
Changing it up.
Mixing it. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, we're yeah, definitely get you some vampire wine if you can. Vampire
Like you're a
Vineyards.
Quesadilla.
I don't know what else they do, but their cabbie is pretty damn tasty. So
Yeah,
Vampire
yeah,
Vineyards,
This is.
grab you a bottle this spooky season.
Yeah, we just grabbed it to be campy, but I actually like it.
And a 10 spot, what a bargain.
Yeah. I mean, I like a bolder, drier wine too, but
Yeah, my mouth is so dry right now.
for a
It's awesome.
sipping wine,
All right,
it does the trick.
what you got, Gene? You got anything over there? With your cackling, scratchy noise you're making there, Gene?
No, sorry about that. My phone failed. But nah, like I said, just talk about the rentals and stuff. like that. I really don't know. They're just gone and thing of the past. So
The
True.
ephemeral nature of the fall.
Things fall off in disappear. It's true. Sad.
Some of us want to cling to the leaves.
I mean, I didn't think it'd ever go away, but I guess the internet's what ruined that. I guess.
Kind of like VHS.
No, yeah, I still watch. I still got my VHS tapes, but I'm gonna have to buy a new one because the one that I had, it's just, it's old and don't work anymore. So there you go.
Yeah, because you and me were talking in the video store about how VHS was the downfall of drive-in movie theaters, really.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's
Why go rent a movie and stay at the house, eat supper? It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Bam.
And you can
Popcorn
drink.
in the microwave. You can drink.
You can drink, yeah. Popcorn in the microwave, yeah.
You don't have to
I mean,
put the children
yeah,
in their
and-
pajamas
and-
and the blankets in the back of the car.
And after the movie, you go to bed. You don't have to buy a track.
But there was something very romantic about drive-in theaters, and I don't mean that
fucking
sexy
love
way. I
drive-in
mean,
theaters.
there's like this nostalgic place in my heart for drive-in theaters.
There's one just on the border of Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
called Tiger something.
Like around Clayton.
I want to say yeah.
By
And
Tiger
then-
Wild.
And then the movie theater in Waynesville, because movie theaters can't open, and they just bought the place like last year. So they are doing drive-in movies in the parking lot of the plaza. And the
No
rated
way.
R ones are played behind the theater.
Oh,
Well, by golly.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Car.
since the old drive-in's not there anymore at all,
No.
that's where I saw Face Off.
The last thing I saw at that drive-in was The Others with Nicole Kidman.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah,
what
it was
a,
pretty
what a
good.
creepy film.
It really was.
That was a disturbing film.
That was.
That was
It really was.
like as a mom, especially.
Oh, for real.
Oh.
Not a bad one. Kind of a weird one for
But
a
it
final
was-
send-off, goodbye. And then in
was
retrospect,
well
you're
done.
thinking, that was the last film I'll ever see there because now it's dead and gone.
Yep.
Oof. Irony.
Weird. Sad, but weird.
Face Off might be, if we bring him back.
The drive-in
The
from
different
my
things.
childhood is still going on in Lockport, New York, and it turns out that it's the biggest screen in New York. I didn't know that when I was watching Robin
What?
Hood, Prince of Thieves when I was 8 or whatever.
What? That's
That's
ridiculous.
pretty cool.
That is.
Right?
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
That would be a road trip.
Oh man, if that was still there, that
that's
would be
all
an
you,
epic
homie.
road
I'm not
trip.
going back to Lockport.
Just to a movie
Leah
theater,
hates New York.
maybe.
Fly.
Maybe.
I still have friends up there, but
No,
oh, and I guess technically family. But anyway.
all right, jumping back to the weird ass subject of this
Oh.
podcast I threw together like last week. What do you guys remember of your favorite movie rental stores? What part of it do you remember that will cling to you the rest of your days and you'll take to your grave and when you're sitting here cough and think, man, I remember renting a movie. What was the part that you remember? And anybody want to open up the discussion first? Then I will.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait.
Well, I want to say that, like with libraries, movie rental stores had a smell.
They did.
It was kind of a musty, not good smell. Unlike libraries, which
Yeah,
I really
libraries
love the
smell
smell of.
delicious.
And I
Movie
love-
stores, not so much.
I love that bibliature of old books, but movie rental stores also had their own smell. So, smell is one of those things that we associate most with memory. So I would say that musty, kind of greasy smell of a movie store.
With a hint of candy when you're at the register.
Yes, a hint of candy. And if they were pop-in popcorn, then you had a good smell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there'd be the occasional rental store that did popcorn and they'd give you a little free bag. Here you go.
Yeah. There was a rental place, small town Oregon, where I lived when I was in middle school. The small town of Toledo, may it burn to the ground. But there was a movie rental pizza place.
What?
Yeah, and they would
that
show,
sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It wasn't
pretty
really. I don't remember the pizza being stand out, but it was like you could get pizza, and they would play movies in there while you watch them, and then they had movie rentals. So
Why
you
are
could
we
get
doing
it to go.
this?
And I know.
Honestly,
I bet they made a killing at the time.
I bet they did.
yeah, seriously. The place.
Probably the richest people in Toledo, Oregon.
Yeah, in Toledo,
It was.
Oregon.
And it was a dive. It was. It
the
was
entire
dark.
town was a dive, apparently.
It was the canton of the
Hey.
of the Pacific Northwest coast. It was. There was a paper mill.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, there's definite parallels there. I don't have a lot of fond memories of Toledo, Oregon, because kids bullied me a lot because I was weird. But that was kind of cool that
But
they
they
had
had pizza movie rentals.
pizza
Oh my
and movie
God.
rentals. Like you could get a pizza to
man.
go and rent a movie. You could eat in and watch a movie that they were playing on their like kind of airplane movie theater size screen, which wasn't huge.
That'd be cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Man, if you get a slice and watch a movie for a few minutes while you're trying to decide what you're taking home with you, that'd be a hot dish.
That would be.
The closest we've gotten in Silva, North Carolina, is like the whole freaking the freaking Mad Batters when they did movies and like they only
got bought out.
They did, but that's what I'm saying. We had.
Oh yeah.
We
that
had like this kind of deal where this place would just screen movies like every like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like 3 or 4 days a week. They'd screen a movie, and like, all right, this movie's playing. We got the Blu-ray, and we're gonna screen it on our big flat white painted wall, and you guys can come in, grab a pizza, and your family, and sit there and watch it. Even though it's been out for a year or two.
They had really good
Asheville
food,
Pizza and Brewing Company still does
Asheville
that.
Pizza and Brewing still does that.
They have a huge screen.
and they have really good food too.
They do.
They have
I
a great
miss that.
screen.
Man, I haven't been there in years.
I haven't been out of my house in months.
Last time I went there was the time we went and watched damn Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D.
3D.
Aww.
It was amazing.
Yes, and you can get a pint and a slice.
Oof.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell I'm on a diet and I'm dying over here? Popcorn and pizza.
Yep. About that
Beer.
car. I don't know how loud this car's gonna be, but I see him driving down the dirt road, and he's gonna be right here in about 3, 2, 1. Car. And
Almost.
almost.
And keep waiting. Wait for
Wait
it.
for
Driving particularly
Wait
slow.
for it.
He turned around, stopped, said, "The hell with it." All right, screw you, buddy. But yeah, no, like
Mike made that whole thing up. It
he's
was
gonna
so
he's
good.
gonna rush by as soon as I start talking about something. But anyway,
And
yeah,
it's gonna be
movie.
the guy with the exhaust that goes
Ah, gross. The diesel boys, horrible.
Fast and the Furious coming through here
Ugh.
on our 15-mile-an-hour speed limit road.
So, but actually, it's like 25. It sucks.
Is it?
Yeah, that sign says 25. I'm like, really?
What sign?
There's
There's a sign?
Yeah, there's a sign just off the edge of it. Probably says 25 mile per hour. Bastards.
I'm just gonna start throwing out stop strips.
God,
We
stop
got
strips.
kids. People have pets and kids.
True, true.
Slow the hell down.
Yeah, alright. Alright, quick thoughts. What was when you went to the movie store, what was the favorite section, or what did you go in for generally, like, that you can remember? It was like we didn't have the internet, we didn't have streaming back then, and what was the most consistent thing you remember going into the movie store to pick up?
New releases.
New releases. Good call. Anything, Gene?
Straight into war movies and scary movies. That was it.
Nice. Maddie?
Maybe a comedy every now and then, but I'm really not into comedies. Hey, I like stand-up comedy. That's great.
Yeah, that's all different type of comedy, but yeah, definitely. And you could rent those back then too. You could pick up like Eddie Murphy's Raw on VHS.
Yeah, you could. Well, I like I said, we would just go in looking for skip the new releases because they were always more expensive. But also, I mean, just because I wanted to like find like the trashiest crap I could find, like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm remembering it through the lens of the last few years. My husband rented the new releases. I would go in for any kind of fantasy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fantasy and horror.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, shout out for the kids, but I'm sure this pertains to you, not me. But like the skateboarding videos were always up for rental, and you couldn't find those other places without ordering them from. So for a lot of my friends, they would rent those.
If the video shop you had happened to work with you and say, all right, we'll get those in, then those other guys will rent it, and then I'll rent it, and they did the math and said, all right, that's a slight bit of profit. They would actually, if there's a niche profit, they'd do it, and like I remember, Soco rental or something. Yep, it wasn't Showtime movie rental, which was the big deal in Cherokee. The other one, which was Soco Video, like you go in there and find some good horror movies. I looked at the copy of Bad Moon like fucking forever and never watched it. And I was like, oh, Bad Moon, that looks horrifying. Nope, not gonna watch that shit.
Still, so many movies that I liked the cover and I wanted to watch, and I still have never watched. I've never watched Martin, the George Romero vampire movie. Never watched it. I feel kind of bad about that. I feel like I should.
If there were eyes on the cover, I just kept walking.
One of my favorite ones that everybody was really scared of, and I think I watched every one of them, was Faces of Death. It was just be like this black cover with a skull on it.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. And in so many hundreds of thousands of countries.
Yeah, maybe like episode 1, 2, or 3.
Really disturbing.
Hey, I tell you what, every one of my friends is like, all right, we gotta watch these things. You know?
I only watched one and I couldn't tell you which one.
It was horrible. Most of it was damn. It was fake, but some of it was real. I mean, but yeah, I have to say 100%. It will make you sick, and if you're eating pizza, you probably will. You probably don't want to get a piece of pizza.
You probably don't. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I remember watching the one.
Better, I think.
The one that filter based that song "Hey Man, Nice Shot" off of, where the guy just walks into his office building and
in the middle of like an on
puts a gun in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was real.
Car.
Well, you can't never tell because a lot of it, was fake.
But that one was real.
That one was real, actually. Like, that was a mayor or a governor he was in a scandal, and he was just going down big time. He came in with a manila envelope with a handgun in it. It's like, hello everyone, welcome to the meeting. Opens in the manila envelope, pulls out a freaking basic revolver, and is like, appreciate you, and then bang. It's like, oh shit, this was recorded live to public broadcast.
Yeah. But
it was like being broadcast to like the people that were watching the damn current city interests.
So like I say, a snuff film. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty jacked up.
Films.
And nowadays, kids wouldn't even blink an eye. How many videos have we seen this year of black people being killed by police?
No, for real.
Oh, yeah.
For real. I can't watch that.
No. Well, to be totally honest, I haven't actually watched them either. I've seen snippets. But I will not watch a man die on video.
Yeah, no. I've seen people die in real life, and It
like,
sucks.
everybody was watching the video of that kid in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I was like, I am not watching this snuff film. You need to describe it to me. And there was an article that described it in perfect detail and broke it down. I really loved that article because it was very fair-minded about all the sides involved and all the people involved.
Is that Elijah thing?
I don't remember. But, and Facebook took it down. But I didn't have to watch the video. And because this person explained it perfectly for me. And I'm forever grateful for that article because I could not do it.
Yeah. Like, sitting through the George Floyd video was just intense. That poor boy was just out of his gourd. And he just got shitty 20 and just fucking tried buying something with it, and it didn't float, and he just was fucking tripping balls. And
Seriously?
it was just like, the entire time, it's just like, this guy's tripping balls. Somebody needs to call, like, real medical people, not the cops, for this guy, because this guy's tripping his ass off. And there ain't no way this should happen.
Yeah.
He's already, like, he's totally fucking compliant the entire time, but it's like, he needs to just, like, somebody needs a fucking ambulance, not a cop car, and the police just need to sit there and, like, watch him, because that's what they needed.
And make sure nobody gets hurt, because that's the function.
Yeah, because he wasn't trying to hurt nobody, but he was just tripping balls, big time.
But, I mean, and you know, because you're a big guy, like, when you're a big guy, people make assumptions about what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
True. But, yeah.
But so people these days watch these videos, and they wouldn't blink an eye at Faces of Death, I don't think.
That's true.
That's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, it really is.
Your friend's back, Maddie.
Sorry, y'all. I filled the bird feeders yesterday, so there's going to be some lovely bird calls all around here.
Or just jack off.
From our little happy friends who are just saying thanks. Thanks for feeding us.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. We love you. Chirp, chirp, you're the best.
We love you too.
It's like, be quiet, guys. Come on.
That's why I keep my cats inside.
Yeah. They're good. They're good. We like the birds here. We're in a bird sanctuary here in Zilba, so can't complain.
And if you can, you need to reevaluate how you look at the world.
Oh, yeah.
Because birds are wonderful. Oh, we have light.
Ta-da. Alright, just turn on the porch light, which is a bunch of string lights that look gorgeous. And
Very carnival-y.
very carnival.
Very carnival.
Yep.
Did I tell you that's on HBO now? The
I own
series?
it.
I really wish they wouldn't have canceled that series.
Me
it was
too.
so good. It left you
So
hanging.
good.
Like with Firefly. Just left you hanging.
Alright, let's just continue this weird segment we're in, which is fine, with questions off the cuff.
But he's reading from a notebook.
I'm reading from my notebook, my notes.
It's
All right,
off
so
the
we-
cuff for us.
It's off the cuff for us, yes.
Alright, Gene, when you were in the rental store, what snack did you grab as you were going out when you grabbed your video? What snack do you remember grabbing regularly when you were walking out the store to say, alright, I'm going to watch a movie, there's Milky Way or whatever? What snack did you see that you grabbed consistently to head out and watch?
Never did. I mean, you got the movie and that was it. I mean,
Never really?
That's
Never.
some self-discipline, dude.
no, I mean, well, I take that back now. At movies, no, but at like Easy Stop or something like that,
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Fair. That's a good one. Yeah. Just grab a soda. Yeah. Just watch a movie and have a little soda. That's no problem.
Oh yeah, but like a big soda. I mean, like a big pop.
There you go. Fair enough. Leah, you got anything? You remember anything?
Skittles.
Ooh,
I don't
Skittles.
even eat them anymore because they hurt my teeth. Because they stick to everything.
Mhm.
But man, I loved Skittles back in the day.
Maddie?
Oh, 100% Raisinets.
Nice.
I'm gonna offend some people with that. People who don't like raisins, you all can suck my dick. But Raisinets.
I loved
I s-
Raisinets. I never
Still.
bought them, but
I never bought them unless I was watching a movie.
well, I loved Skittles more, I guess. So I didn't go for the Raisinets, but they were awesome too.
Yeah, I always grab like a Charleston Chew or like something with that kind of weird nougat kind of damn bite to it.
But if I was with Margaret, she'd buy the hot tamales. What were they called? Were they just called hot tamales?
Yeah, I
Hot
think
tamales,
so.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They're like hot
spicy
jelly beans.
cinnamon jelly beans.
Yeah.
Those were good.
There you go. Hot tamales and raisinets.
And if
My
that-
son was obsessed with the. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My son was obsessed with the giant gumball machine at Flick Video, and he would beg and beg and beg for a gumball that barely fit in his mouth.
Oh,
Oh man.
after many tries. I think one of my sisters was all about the what are the mint chocolate ones?
Junior Mints was
Junior
my favorite.
Mints.
Junior Mints.
That was my other go-to. Is Junior Mints.
Junior Mints.
Like,
Yes.
consistently,
Those are
movie
good.
theater. Same time I'd see a pack of Junior Mints. It's like, all right, if it wasn't popcorn, extra buttery, Junior Mints are coming with me.
Yeah, popcorn for sure.
What's really sad about that is like that's one of the things that will be in my son's Halloween bag. Well, okay, maybe not this year because we're not trick or treating, but like I love Junior Mints, and I would always steal them from him because he didn't like minty stuff. And
Yes.
every year I would be consistently disappointed because now they just taste like chemicals.
Yeah.
I never noticed the chemicals.
I
when
always
I was a
stole
kid.
the Milky Way Midnight or the dark Hershey's chocolates from their Halloween haul. I'm like, it's the dark chocolate. It's your mom tax. I give
Yeah.
this to you.
I walked with
Give
you.
me-
You give me
Give
candy.
give me your dark chocolate.
Exactly.
Or
The thing about-
licorice, black licorice, man. That's another one.
That's a rare
Really?
one.
Oh,
he
you
loves
are
black
unique,
licorice.
sir.
No, I love black licorice.
Not a fan. Oh,
Unfortunately,
My
both of my
taste.
kids also
Yep.
like black licorice, so I can't steal that from them. Oliver will sit there and eat like candied anise seeds.
Leia
like,
has
like
a bottle of absinthe that she has had for over 10 years because we can't stomach finishing it. It's
Guess
so gross.
guess who can?
yeah, you just pour that to me. I will
Y'all's
drink
good
it.
old friend over here.
It's like I can drink like anise, like flavored liqueur, but black licorice, that consistency, that chewiness, that weird flavor, it's just like this isn't damn red licorice. What? This is garbage. Ah,
Yeah, because red licorice isn't licorice.
be quiet.
That's true. Licorice does taste like anise.
That's why it's red laces.
What is that one liquor that tastes like licorice? What is
Jägermeister.
Anisette,
There's
Ouzo,
another one. It's got a
Sambuco,
Jaeger.
on it or something.
Jaeger, anise, anseth,
Anisette,
absinthe.
and like you said, absinthe,
Yeah.
Ouzo, Sambuco.
There's a lot of them that taste like freaking black
You know
licorice.
why? Because it's good.
My
Yeah.
family makes Christmas cookies that has anise in the recipe,
So,
and Anna always called them the Jaeger cookies. She's like, "Are you guys making Jaeger
Jaeger,
cookies
that's
this
it.
or we'll make it into like
Jaeger, yeah.
biscotti. Oh, yum yum.
Weird.
And I love those cookies, but I can't stand black licorice.
Ugh.
Isn't that weird? Well, I mean, maybe it's a texture thing.
It must
But I
be.
even like
And
the
it's
black jelly
just
beans.
a hint of anise.
Mm. So
Hey,
tasty.
even the red licorice is pretty good.
It's not.
It is.
The
It's red.
Twizzlers.
Oh, Twizzlers. Yes.
Oh my
my
God.
Oh, now if Mike
favorites.
was being honest, he would have said Twizzlers.
I
This
think
man
I would have
brings
said Twizzlers if I had thought about it.
Yeah, Twizzlers are like godsends. They're the best. Twizzlers
They're red
are
sugary
amazing.
straws for your cherry
Oh,
Coke.
just delicious, chewy weirdness that just make you happy inside and remember your
Now,
childhood.
just remember, I was raised by hippies, so like the candy I got normally was like the black licorice from the health food store with the panda bear on it.
Oh gosh,
Mm.
you poor kiddo.
No, that
What-
wasn't the worst thing. I liked that. It was when they tried to convince me that carob was a good substitute for chocolate. That I
I've
laid
never
down the
had
law.
it. Is it really not good?
No, it's fine as long as you don't try to compare it to chocolate.
Okay.
It's like I told Mike. It's what chocolate wipes its ass with.
Carob is bad.
I love that.
Clayton, screw off because you didn't make it today. But yeah, carob is your life now, vegan
Carob
boy.
is your life now.
Carob is your chocolate.
Somebody's gonna
did
tell
you
you
go
that tastes
vegan?
like chocolate. Yeah.
Clayton went vegan.
How long has this been going on?
A
Couple
month
months.
or so.
No,
Oh.
a couple months. he
Couple
said.
months, yeah. Couple
I made
months.
it 6 weeks when I tried it. I was like, this is.
It's been a couple
balls.
months, but he's went vegetarian about 2 or 3 months before that.
Then okay, so
Yeah,
this
I
So
mean,
is
he's good 6 months solid.
okay.
Yeah, so he's that route. But carob is his life. I gave him my autographed copy of the Black Metal Chef's freaking vegan cookbook.
I hate that man so much.
Titanic.
True, but the recipes are good. The recipes are
The
good.
recipes are
The
amazing.
recipes are okay. Like his pad thai, meh.
Yeah, but then
Right,
again, you
and
gotta
he
go.
was
Again,
so-
it doesn't have fish sauce.
And he was shitting all over the pad thai, like in the video. He's shitting all over pad thai from like boxes or something like that, and how mediocre it is. And it's
Well,
like,
the
well,
stuff
guess
from
what?
boxes
Yours is mediocre.
is
too.
mediocre, but
You gotta
So
sell
is
video.
his.
but yeah, it was. I don't use his pad thai recipe. No disrespect, but and it's not just because I'm vegan. I mean, my son has a shellfish allergy. I can't use fish sauce, so
Yeah.
I can make it, and I can't use shrimp, and I can make a completely vegetarian, vegan pad thai. But
Way
I
better
don't
than
use
vegan.
peanut
It's
butter
missing that oomph.
because that's just not
You're sup-
right.
No, you're supposed to just
You're
have
supposed
peanuts
to
in
fry
it.
the peanuts in the oil, in the peanut oil preferably, and that's where you get the peanut flavor. You don't put a big scoop of
Jesus
peanut butter
Christ,
and
I'm
shit.
so hungry.
Mm.
I had a giant acorn squash for dinner before I came.
Oh,
and it's
damn.
still not enough.
We have a giant butternut squash in the fridge.
Yeah, we're gonna make
Waiting
some
to cook.
ravioli.
Nice.
Yeah, we're grinding
Some
up
butternut
ravioli.
ravioli with a little white wine, brown butter, sage sauce, and mushrooms.
Mm.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
That's happening tomorrow. So.
But it
Please
has
stop.
gluten. I'm sorry. Sorry about the gluten.
Yeah.
Wait, can you use rice wrappers? Like rice noodles?
I'm grain free.
Grain free. Shit.
Damn, Clayton, calm down. Jeez.
What?
I'll eat meat.
Keto.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
it's not really keto, but yeah.
Ish.
Sorry.
Ish.
Keto-ish. Do you have a copy of How Can It Be Gluten-Free? Cookbook? Because I have two.
I just look up recipes on the
Let me
internet.
give you
and
the
I
other one because I
half-ass
don't
follow
need
it.
it. I don't need two.
Don't need to. It's got to find its own.
I have multiple copies of books for some reason.
All right, here's a quick question. Going back to the podcast we're doing, not
Sorry,
just
I'm
rambling,
so
which
sorry.
is awesome. Don't apologize. This is a
Feel
show.
free to cut it out.
Listeners and the world, we love you. This is the Chainsaw Bar. And
Sometimes we
I
get
might
off
cut
topic,
a commercial here in
especially when we're hungry.
46 minutes in, we might throw a commercial in. What the hell ever. But democracy works.
Yes,
I
it
voted
does.
today, so deal with it. America's voting. We're voting.
I already voted.
Go vote.
I-
Or don't. And just
Vincent and I did
fucking
the
deal
early
with it.
vote by mail.
I dropped them off. Their votes counted.
Woo!
And I'll talk to you later about that. But, like, it was interesting dealing with the early voting with the ballot thing. But early voting in general, like me actually going to vote myself, was easy as shit. It was like mask, everybody so social distance.
Oh god, nobody was following the rules at the Canton
Oh, no.
Library.
Horrible. Like,
was
Silva was
annoying.
just like, all right, I don't want to get near you. You
Was
could be a
Vincent's
Trump supporter.
ex-girlfriend there?
Or you
No,
could
she
be a
was-
damn
Oh, the
Democrat.
whole- the
and everybody
line I
just,
was-
you could sense that tension's like,
I
I don't
wish-
like the way you look. I'm stepping way away from
I
you.
wish they had done that so that I would have people 6 feet away from me at least.
Oh, yeah.
But instead, the entire line we were in was completely red. And
Yeah.
we're like
No
this
masks.
little spot of bluish green standing right there in this sea of red. And I'm like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
please, can you just
You can just
move
feel it.
forward and I will stay right here? Because everybody was just up
Yeah.
each other's ass.
Ugh.
and that
Well,
was-
you
Yeah,
know,
no, it was
that,
easy.
and that shouldn't be a political issue.
But
that
everyone
maintains
was
social
masked.
distancing.
That was a plus because you were mandatorily required to wear a mask there. So it's like, all right, everybody. You could see him walking in. I was like, and the guys just like, you could see the guys just like, fuck, I gotta put this thing on. I'm like, ugh.
No, even
It's just
outside
like-
they were
Yeah.
masked.
No, I
Except
was-
the lady
they were,
behind
they
me.
were
but
putting
she's
it
fine.
on, and you could see the disdain in like 3 or 4 people's eyes. Just like they looked. I watched one guy just look at his mask like, motherfucker, and then he had to put it on. And he walked in. He was pissed about wearing a mask. He was like, fuck that guy,
Yeah.
asshole.
I mean, come on. We can all agree that we all want to live. Can't we?
We all
apparently
know.
not.
Apparently not. Not those people.
I
Whoever
got
doesn't
some-
wear a mask, just apparently it's like, fuck it. But
Yeah, I got some dirty looks walking down Main Street yesterday with the mask on. Like,
With it on or with
I
the
had it
mask
on.
wearing it on, yeah.
I had it on, and they were like, look
My
at
husband
you.
will not wear
Buy an
it
inch man.
outside unless there's a bunch of people.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no need to unless there's people. in
Right,
close
but like there
proximity.
has to be a lot of people. Like if he's just walking by 1 or 2 people, he will not put it on. But when we went to like Grandfather Mountain or something like that, and we were like crowded, even though we were outside, then he would wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to get a Water Rock Knob last week, I guess.
Water Rock Knob is just lousy with people.
It was so lousy with people. Were like, get back in the car.
Yeah.
Like here's the look from the parking lot, and I'm not even getting on that trail.
Mm-hmm.
Not even gonna do it. It was so crowded.
Horrible.
It was crazy.
It needs to get cold and the leaves fall, and then we'll be fine.
And then you can't feel your feet up there. You know how it is.
I do.
And there's like fucking ice and shit. And
I've been there in
Yes.
January
Yes,
and damn
same.
near killed myself, but it was
Same.
worth it because that was the first time I'd been to the plane crash.
I haven't seen the plane crash yet, honestly.
I'll
That's
take
on
you
our
there.
to-do list.
Okay, well, take me there. And if
In
it's off-
January.
If it's,
Whenever
if it's
it's
off
gone.
the beaten path, maybe there won't be so many people that way.
It is off the beaten path, but everybody knows it's like the worst kept secret. So there's still a shit ton of people.
Right? Like the Road to Nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
We went to the Road to Nowhere last week too. The boys and I did. Mike didn't, but it was like. So, this is horror related.
Sorry.
Hold on. Gene, do you know anything about the Road to Nowhere?
Oh yeah, I've been through there once.
In the day or in the night?
This is in the nighttime with no flashlights.
Exactly. Best time. Best
You're
time.
brave.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's the
And we
best way
just
to do
had
So
it.
was it haunted?
We just had lighters. Right? I think I was
How old were you?
15.
I know.
Ah, perfect.
Ooh, sorry, I didn't. You're gonna have to edit that.
Nah, it's fine. I think the clap adds to
We
things.
was camping over there. There's a bunch of my friends. We was 15. Their parents took us over there to the campground, and we walked through that damn thing. It was scared. It was me and my friends and these two chicks. We went through the damn Road to Nowhere. This from Cherokee, and they're the ones that took their dumb asses up there to scare the hell out of us. So yeah, they done a
course.
good job.
Oh yeah. Well, we went up there in the daytime because I got sense, but I didn't feel any bad spirits or anything. The most thing was like the claustrophobia of walking through the tunnel and feeling like, okay, I can see like roots breaking through this tunnel.
Oh,
and,
no.
Like water's leaking
I've
down.
never actually been there.
Oh my gosh. There's a bunch of fun graffiti,
Texting
Slayer,
Ryan right
pentagrams.
We're going tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. We're going Saturday.
I didn't feel any bad spirits, but it definitely made me feel a little claustrophobic. And then my son brought his longboard, and there was a group of like older people who were absolutely terrified of my son, who they said they didn't see sneak up on them. My son is almost 6'9".
Oh,
and
right.
has
And
bright
he's not
teal
quiet.
hair, and he's not quiet, and he was on a skateboard, on a longboard, so there's no way, but they all got a big jump.
I'm sorry.
So then he
He's
played
just
tricks
not
on them
so
in
stealthy.
the tunnel, like every time, like he'd get a few feet ahead of him where he was out of their line of vision. They had their cell phone flashlights on, and they were talking wildly the whole time. They were obnoxious. So my son would stop a few feet in front of him and like make a bunch of weird sounds, and then they would stop, and then he'd start going again. He's just a little imp, or a very big,
Very big imp.
a very big imp.
He's a very tall imp.
And but what was weird was when we got to the other end of the tunnel. I stayed behind with my younger son, who was really annoyed by how loud and bright these people were, because he wanted to walk through the tunnel in the dark.
And it'd be creepy.
And it'd be creepy. And we got to the other end, and there was like some bikers who wanted to ride their motorcycles through the tunnel. Which, yeah, it's common sense would dictate you wouldn't do that. But I mean, they have headlights and can be aware of people and stuff. It was a little bit rude, but these people were like, some people just want a pleasant, quiet walk through the tunnel. Oh, do we?
They're not
Do
supposed-
we now?
Do
they're
you,
supposed to do
tourist
that.
people?
If it's some park rangers up there, they've got a tick.
No, it's not marked that you can't do it. There really aren't any signs that say you can't.
It's kind
No,
of
I'm
there's
talking about
no law up
motorcycles.
there.
Vehicles ain't supposed to go through there.
But there isn't a sign that says that, so they can. So like
Especially
the
if they're not
longboard,
from here.
motorcycles.
They ain't got it chained on them.
No, it wasn't chained up at all.
Right?
Obviously, you can't drive a
Okay,
car.
if you got another bottle, then I'm gonna kill this one.
I already killed that one.
Oh, you did.
No, I'm not.
We opened up the bottle vampire, and this
Has it
cork
smelled?
disintegrated. The
Oh,
cork
no.
was totally disintegrating. It was
You
horrible.
should have called me. I'm a professional.
It just totally cracked.
You
and
really are a
separated.
professional at
She
this.
is. But
Yeah, that was my profession for like.
what do
20
you guys
years.
say about? Oh, I see 2 spikes. Wow, must have got real.
Oh,
Damn it, man.
ho!
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
one of those spikes
Yeah.
is probably my clap.
It was probably Liz.
And the second was probably clap.
Giddy clap, and we love it.
It was good. I have no problem with that.
Wait, were we going to talk about movies we had seen?
Quick story about the damn Road to Nowhere.
She already told it. Oh.
Road to Nowhere story.
Mike's Road to Nowhere story. Okay,
All right,
everybody.
so like this didn't really happen to me, but like it was one of those stories. Like me and my friends went up there when we were like teenagers, and I got a car at like 14 or 15, and they just let me have a car and let me drive around, which was a Mazda B22 truck. So with
So you were old enough to drive, though, right?
yeah, but
So 15 or 16?
Would you consent to me videotaping you tell this story? I'm in a group on Facebook.
yes, I
Okay.
consent entirely. Enjoy. I'll let her set that up. But like my Mazda B22 was set up with a huge, stupid size camper top, like 10 inches, 20 inches over the roof of the cab.
Okay, that
We
was
took
the
it to-
camper top from Big Cup.
Yeah, we took it to Wisconsin, and we slept in the back. And that camper top was the back of the B22 back in my day. The B22 was like my first car,
Truck?
truck, yeah.
Vehicle?
We always called it car, whether it was a truck or a van.
What was your first one? I didn't hear that one.
My first vehicle was a Mazda B22 truck
Ooh.
with a huge ass camper top on it. And we'd go over to the Road to Nowhere and wherever else we could find spooky places, and everybody'd load into the truck bed of it, and there'd be blankets and stuff in there, and like me and my friends would just gun it in that camper top. We went up to Wisconsin as a family in it, and me and my other 3 siblings would be in the back of it as we ran to Wisconsin back in like the 80s and such. In the back of a Mazda B22, like 3 kids, mom and dad, in a Mazda B22 running to Wisconsin, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, back in the day. Like a fucking 20-hour, 24-hour drive almost back then. But it was what it was. So my story is a weird story that we all told, and it happened to one of our friends. Like, he passed away, but he was a dear friend, great skateboarder, dear friend. So, like, the story that we got about the Road to Nowhere, generally we just go in there and just raise hell, try to scare people and just run around. But our Road
That's
to
why I
Nowhere
don't go there
story,
at night.
yeah, Road to Nowhere, like we'd go there about midnight or fucking 12 or whatever, late night, dark hours. We'd go over there when we could, and it was Bryson City, and us Indian cats were not welcome there at all. So it was always that was sketchy, and we'd get dirty looks wherever we went in Bryson City, which is why I don't go there much as myself. But we went there a few dozen times, but one of our friends went there, and like the Jinxes, and I'll leave it at that. One of them went over there, and they went through the tunnel, and we always had kind of a eerie feeling about the tunnel because at that time it's dark. We didn't carry flashlights or anything, and we'd walk it straight and hope not to run into the wall or get hurt. But like one of the times he went through it, they're all walking, and he fell in a huge ass hole, like chest deep hole. He's like, he fell into a hole, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm in a hole! Guys, get me out of here! I'm in a hole!" And they're like, "What? There ain't no hole in here." He's like, I'm in a hole right now up to my chest. Get me the hell out of here. And they found him, and like they actually pulled him out of the hole in the Road to Nowhere.
What? There isn't a hole.
There isn't a hole. That's the thing. That's what's so scary about it. Is like they pulled him out of a hole while he was walking through at night in the Road to Nowhere, and they were like, he fell in a hole, and they had to drag him out of it, and they immediately booked it out of there instead of goofing off and threatening people. He fell into a hole in the Road to Nowhere, and there is no hole in that road.
There is no hole. Did they
Yeah.
go back in the daylight to see if there was a hole?
Yeah, of course, but there was.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nightmare shit.
yeah. He fell into it, and he was just like, "I'm in a hole," and they were like, "Oh my god!" They had to reach down and pick him up.
I don't know this person, and I hate to
He was
speak
a
ill of the
straight
dead,
edger.
but was
Straight
he...
edger.
That's not what I was going to ask.
No.
Was he prone to tall tales?
No.
Okay.
He was a freaking... He was... Oh, yeah, we don't. Edit. Notes. 59. Fuck. Anyway, 59. Yeah. Edit. Name out. But anyway, it was him. Boom. No, he fell into a hole. He fell into a hole.
I believe
that
it.
was not there.
That was
a
not
hole
there.
to nowhere.
A hole to nowhere. He was just like stuck in it. He's like, guys, I'm in a hole. Get me out now. And we're like, what? And then that me like, what? And he was a straight shooter. He was just like, I couldn't believe it happened. It was horrible. So I asked him about it. I was like, did it happen? He's like, yeah, I fell in a fucking hole. There's no holes in there. And like, that was it. It was like, and you could see the horror in his face when he's telling me the story. And I was like, oh my God, that actually happened to you. So after that, we kind of trepidated and didn't really go there as much.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Fair.
okay.
Like, I don't think I would have gone back.
Yeah, we went back a couple more times, but that was kind of it for us.
Yeah. You know, we have so many cool stories like people have from around here in Appalachia. Like, I've heard a couple really cool stories about boogers or
Oh.
fairies and weird stuff that I know when these people are telling me these stories, they're not making these things up. There's just weird magic up in the hills and hollers
Yep.
where we live, and it's...
I have so
and
many
it's sometimes
personal ghost stories. It's ridiculous.
I don't have that relationship with ghosts very often.
I got bitch slapped by a ghost
I
once.
grew up in a haunted house, so...
Same.
Oh, like you're not living in one now.
No,
Surely
Actually, no. It's
You're
actually...
kidding.
It's clean. It's legit clean.
Our house doesn't...
It's
Oh,
so
it
strange.
looks so
It
haunted.
looks like
So
it
it's
would be a
haunted, but I'm
haunted
like-
house.
Like, I watched, like, the freaking first damn, God, I watched that one where the little kid got injured and it was a demon, and it was just like some horror movie back in the day, but it wasn't really old, but it was like the 2000s there, but I can't remember it, but I couldn't watch it because, like, the kid was in the roof and, like, got into a coma, and I was sitting there, I was like, I'm in a new house, and what if that kind of demon's sitting in my attic somewhere?
But if you look
crawl
around my
space?
house, our house actually has a lot of protection. Like, you see there's an iron rail around my patio,
Yeah.
and there's a brick path to the other door. And
Not
I mean,
every old house is haunted.
True.
no, this house actually really hadn't even had that many owners for being a house that's 102 years old.
Yeah.
It just
that
because
actually
it
makes
looks
sense.
cool.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it looks haunted as fuck. It looks like the house that goddamn time forgot, but
Hey, it would make a great place to make a film.
it would be a great
Exactly.
place to pretend to be a haunted house, which we are doing right now in Halloween with decorations. But actually, there's no like no
This
vibes.
is the house of horrors.
I mean, now
No
that you mention
vibes.
it, I have never had.
You've never had any vibes. Like people come to my house and are like, "There's just a good feeling around this place."
It's like,
Even like upstairs, yeah,
Even
nothing.
upstairs, yeah.
it's like we're just wandering around. It's like, man, this is so big. I'm lost. I'm like, it's a square.
It's a square. Like, I don't know how you can get. No, I have gotten lost here though. That's really funny.
Yeah, it's just like that's the most funny thing about it. It's like
I think I'm going
the house likes to
outside and I'm like,
confuse
oh, that's
you,
the
but
living
that's
room.
about it. It likes to confuse
Yeah,
you a
no,
little
our
bit.
house
But
is like, but our house is also warded with, like I said, with the iron, and
the
even
iron and
like
the
some
natural
of the,
damn
some of the
plants and stuff growing around
Yeah.
here that
Growing
the
around.
owners have planted, and it's
Um,
just
Yeah, it's, and we found a horseshoe out in the yard when we were
just
cleaning up the yard.
looking for damn metal.
So we
with
have,
the damn metal
have
finder.
a horseshoe over the door.
Mm-hmm. Classic good
You
stuff.
know, I haven't. One of these days, just out of nostalgia, I plan on painting this roof here on the patio paint blue.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really need to
No, it'd be
No,
fun
because
just
there
for
aren't
an
any
effect.
hates.
Yeah.
They really aren't. I
That's
mean,
it.
I've got
And
my
for our
rosemary
listeners,
and my roses.
for our foreign listeners, what the hell does that even mean?
What does that even mean? It's an Appalachian thing.
Oh, Haint Blue is not particularly Appalachian. It's southern.
Gullah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I've read, although that's a totally different color from indigo. But the Gullah people, the Gullah Geechee from South Carolina, that was the indigo dye that they would use. Is where we got Haint Blue to ward off spirits. People
You
would
paint
their
the underside of your porch roof. Paint blue to ward off
spirits.
Yeah.
And mine's white, but
Cheers.
I could one of these days I might. Hey, over here, hit me.
Well, by God, I'm going to paint mine orange. I
Wait.
don't get that Tennessee Beckett.
Oh, I bet that's what the other spike was. I laugh. It's really
There's Carolina Blue.
Carolina Blue is pretty close to
Carolina
Haint Blue.
blue would work, actually.
Carolina Blue is pretty close to Haint Blue. It's a
it
little
would
bit
serve
more
the same
cerulean,
purpose.
but yeah, no. And I wonder about the connection there, the Tar Heels and everything.
Oh my God.
That is a
Oh
weird
my
thing.
God. I think we just stumbled on something I need to
Goosebump
Google
weirdness.
a
We
lot.
stumbled on something that should have been obvious. Southern people are superstitious as fuck, y'all.
Yeah.
We really
superstitious.
are. Like, there's shit we
Hey,
won't even
what's the
talk about
worst
this
one?
time of night.
What's the worst one that you can think of being superstitious that you would never do? Like walk under a ladder, per se.
Nope,
Oh.
won't do that. I won't do any of it. My religion is
If you
superstition.
break a mirror,
Oh, that was my religion
What will you
knockoff.
do? You gonna trip out for 7 years?
Yes.
The mirror one, yeah, not so much. Like oh man, it's
Spilling
like
salt
like I
and
told
milk.
Maddie like years ago. She's like, it's like she looked at me as like, you're just not even religious. It's like superstition is my religion. That's my religion.
And that's my religion too. This is why we get along. Duh.
And then it like became that like in years. I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. Is what she told me. I was like, well, I don't step under ladders and I don't fucking break mirrors. And
I didn't say that.
Don't.
He's lying.
Yeah, whatever.
Or he's remembering it differently.
Remembering it differently, but
Than
facts
you
are
are.
was like you were really just set in your own ways, and they were all just like traditional Southern ways, which were not
Which
something
are
I was
superstitions.
remotely damn in touch with for those
So
type
different
of superstitions.
superstitions. Okay.
Yeah, but
I
my
gotcha.
superstitions were like exactly that. It's like the whole
Yeah.
God, Jesus, damn religious thing was not my thing.
My
Not-
job requires me to break mirrors.
Oof, that's a neat one.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's it does give you bad luck because ever since I broke one, God Almighty,
I
Sorry,
bring a lot of wine glasses.
you don't break
For
many
what it's
mirrors
worth.
though. Mirrors are kind of a
No.
weird little thing.
No.
yeah,
Yep,
but
my job
I've
requires
still
me to
got
do it.
7 years of bad luck.
The thing about
I guess.
mirrors, I would say, would be you don't break a mirror with your image in it. Is
That might be why it doesn't give me bad luck.
That's probably
because
why.
I'm just
if you're just mashing a
away
mirror, it's like
from
no
me.
big thing, but it's not got a trap, and you're not in that
Okay.
trap.
yeah, I'm not being reflected. I'm just cutting the circle and then
So,
breaking
yeah,
pieces
that's
off.
probably why it's not working. Like with like your image in the thing, you're shattering that, and that's why the bad luck. Was
But
so
y'all,
big.
I'm saying disco.
right.
Not disco.
Mirror balls.
All shattered.
No, nothing broke there, but it's just fun.
Oh yeah, it had to be broken
But still,
to make disco balls.
or
We're
they could
having
have been
disco.
created in those little squares. Manufacturing.
You know, to create, you must destroy.
What about the one?
My only
What about the one? If you spill the salt,
Yeah, I don't spill salt without throwing salt over my shoulder.
and if you don't, and what that means is the reason you throw the salt over your shoulder
Mhm.
is because you're going to blind the devil.
Oh,
Or whatever it is.
That's a good explanation.
But I mean,
That's
That's-
a better
and it's
explanation. than-
always over your left.
yeah, it's always over my left shoulder.
Is it over your left shoulder, G?
Yes.
It don't really matter as long as you throw it in the devil's eyes.
There you go. That's
But
a
I mean, they
more
also-
pure Southern angle of it that hasn't been distilled down to some other facts. Emily.
Well, for a completely...
You throw it
I
behind
mean,
you,
I'm not real
but you
sure
throw
where it comes from, but that's what I always heard.
you just
But
throw it
it
behind you.
crosses cultures. Is
You
what
just
Yeah.
throw it behind you and it goes in the devil's eyes and your bad luck goes away.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that makes sense because like the devil is gonna sneak up on you because he's the devil sneaking up on you behind and gonna take you. But you throw salt on his eyes, he's gonna be pissed.
Do you know why spilling
Where
salt
did
is
it
such a bad
go,
thing?
man?
It's not really a bad luck thing. It's because salt was expensive and it was how they paid
Mm-hmm.
people in Roman times. Like,
Mhm.
you're worth your salt because
Mm.
that's what they
Yes.
paid you
Worth
with.
your weight in
If you
salt.
worked hard, you were worth your salt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it was
also-
just
So if you
a
throw it over your shoulder, he is a son of a bitch.
But
You
just,
just wasted
for
a bunch
the,
of damn salt.
exactly.
But
You
it was your
wasted
salt.
about $5 worth of damn
But it was
salt.
your salt to waste. It's true.
So did you just do that execution?
Hmm.
Dang it, I'm trying to say something here.
Just hold your breath.
Cut off his head.
Cut off his head.
The
Hmm.
okay, sumo wrestling.
Duel or die.
Sumo wrestling. Here's a different culture.
Different
like,
culture.
Completely different culture. When sumo wrestlers enter the ring, they throw salt.
No shit.
Very much.
Yeah,
so,
always
yeah.
have. Like from early times before they were all fat. The salt is to displace the evil spirits, the negativity. So that crosses.
So that ring is like a sacred space.
Yeah, it
where
is a
they're-
sacred space, but that connection with salt crosses so many cultures as salt being a purification ritual.
Mhm. That I totally believe.
That's
It
true.
absolutely.
And I believe that it works
And I
as
believe that it
purification. Like I threw salt all over my car when my car got possessed. I was just like shaking it
Same.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, salt is
shake it,
definitely
shake it, shake
clearer.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
why'd you do that? Just wait for wintertime and they spread it all over the road.
How long do you want to go with a possessed
And then
car?
you just start
Yeah,
driving
I didn't
through
want
it.
that thing
Save
in
you
my
a lot of money.
Yeah, Gene, how long do you want to drive a possessed
How
car?
expensive do you think salt is now? Like that was just
You can get like a fucking 10-pound bag for like $3. It's
yeah, like it wasn't to waste of money now.
Salt's not expensive.
No,
It's
no.
like for the amount of freedom and safety it provides, it's a bargain.
Right, and if you ever had a car that picked up a hitchhiker,
Mm.
and I don't mean a physical hitchhiker, I mean a
That's exactly what happened.
metaphysical hitchhiker.
Like
I've
I
done
drove through you know where Tractor Supply is now?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Tractor Supply and Lowe's. Like
Yeah.
Lowe's is over here, Tractor Supply is there. I was taking Anna home when she lived in Waynesville and drove right
There's
through
the trouble
there.
for bad spirits.
And we were behind this machine, some kind of road working machine. They were doing road work at the time, and it was like nighttime. And I was like, and when we finally got away from it, I was like, do you feel that the world feels different? Like I feel like I just drove into a Lovecraftian extra dimension.
It
and
feels cold.
she literally said, don't talk about it right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
nice.
got off the Waynesville exit, and she's like, go to Ingalls. Don't even go to my house yet. And I went to Ingalls, and as soon as I got out of the car, she said, I didn't want to say it, but it's in your car.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
so we went into Ingalls, and I bought a shit ton of salt, and we salted the car, and then when we got to her house, we used Palo Santo, and yeah, but like I could feel it. It was right behind us in my back seat, just like gnawing, and after I dropped her off, I wasn't convinced it was gone. And so I had to call my husband, whose presence banishes everything.
Oh yeah.
And I called Woody just to say...
Yeah, he's got a real lightness.
He does. He really does. And I was like, I just need you to talk. I need your voice in this vehicle right now. And he's just told me about his day while I was driving home.
Oh.
Nice.
And it worked.
Yeah. Some people have that kind of light they can work with like that without even meaning to.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
sometimes you just
Right.
drive through a place and it just clings to you. It just sticks to you, especially if you're driving around with somebody who's a magnet for it.
Oh, God, she is such a magnet.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. These guys don't. But yeah, no. Yes, it's like she puts out feeders. She's catfishing for it.
Yeah. That's
I
pretty
really
horrible.
believe that.
I totally believe that. Don't wish her any ill will or anything, but
Yeah.
but yeah, some people just
Yeah.
Some people are magnets.
some people just draw darkness. If it's
Yes.
around, it'll.
Yeah.
It's like the predator when you go all infrared,
Mm-hmm.
Thermal.
that's the word.
It's probably the devil's why you throw the salt.
Fair. Or like some sort of misaligned spirit of some sort.
Some kind of
Somebody that's just
maybe-
not
It
ready
was
to let
so
go.
malevolent. I was like, we're
Ugh.
gonna
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
wreck if I
whether-
don't.
the
do
devil or
something.
just something real dark.
Some sort of
Like
mad
that.
spirit stuck here trying to make somebody else suffer.
And that was when they were They were doing road work. They dug something up, essentially.
Oh, that's probably what happened.
That'll happen.
That does happen. All right. Oof.
Oh wait, back on
that's
track. Back on
That's
track.
a great point. That's definitely what this is about because we don't give a shit here on the Chainsaw Bar. Thank you. But all right, we're gonna go fucking totally left part compared to that, and say we watched Jean-Claude Van Johnson a couple weeks ago.
That's not where I thought you were going with this.
It's just not horror related.
Nope. And he hid in a damn movie store because he said
there it is.
we're gonna hide somewhere where I haven't been looked for in 20 years. And in that sense,
That was the best.
that was the best.
Actually, that whole show was really fun.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van
But
Johnson.
no, it was in
check it out.
Nowhere, California.
Yeah,
This show's like, what, 3-4 years old?
like 3 years old.
4
yeah,
years old? And I never watched it. I never knew it existed, but
I
it's
knew it
funny as
existed.
shit.
Didn't watch it.
But
Yeah, my
yeah,
husband
yeah.
watched it. I didn't watch it.
When he said that, we're going to nowhere when you have nowhere to run. So they end up in Nowhere, California, and he says, "Believe me, nobody has looked for me here in 20 years." And they break into a Blockbuster video store as their lair.
And
I
this-
am delighted about that because I truly thought that Jean-Claude Van Damme was one of those people that didn't have a sense of humor about themselves.
Oh,
No.
I know
And
totally.
apparently he totally does.
This
Apparently
totally
he's got a
just
good
proved
sense
that
of humor
theory.
about him.
Oh, it's all about self-effacing humor, and
That makes me
it's
so happy.
It's such a cute thing. Like, I was at a really low place, and I pulled that up on my Netflix, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch this and see what happens. And I really needed a pick-me-up that day. I sat there and watched like the whole entire series.
Yep.
Just binged it. It's like on my period, One of those days where it's like, I just like. Yeah, that was really fun. But no, he absolutely has a sense of humor about himself.
Excellent.
It
That
was,
makes me so
and
happy.
it was also really well done. Like,
yeah, that's what Woody said.
even like the touching parts were actually genuinely touching. The funny parts were genuinely funny. The action was genuinely like Jean-Claude Van Damme kicking ass.
Yeah.
But it was funny as hell. That show is funny. I would recommend that to anybody,
That's a
especially
five-star
anybody
damn thing.
who's a fan of 80s, like
If you're enjoying
action
that damn
movies.
Cobra Kai like freaking series, this is a good one. You want like the Cobra Kai, but you want kind of like something to laugh at
With some
from
levity?
that same era. It's like, oh, there's Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was out there when
Yeah.
like the damn Karate Kid was out there.
It's
Let's
like that
see what
with
that's
levity.
about. It's that same kind of feel. And it's like, all right, that's the same era.
You
and I
get the
remember that guy.
nostalgia.
And let's see where he's at. And I was like, oh, that's where he's at. Well, by God.
You get the action.
It's good stuff. It's a great little series. A short series,
I had to
but
twist
he
his arm to
redeemed
watch it.
himself in that. It's like, oh, you always thought of Jean-Claude as this probably dickish damn asshole.
You always thought of him as
Because he
like
didn't ever
another
say
Steven
anything.
Seagal, who is a legit asshole.
Steven Seagal is a legit asshole. But
Who probably
like,
does not have a sense of humor about it.
Probably
Yeah.
does not.
Probably
So
not.
from what I've read, if DMX says you're a dick, you're
Oh,
probably
wow.
a dick.
probably a dick.
And they did a movie together, so I'm gonna take DMX's word on that,
Yep.
as
But-
I do on most things.
But, man.
Relationships, drugs, and taxes notwithstanding.
Here's a good one. When you guys were in video stores, probably, I don't know, as adults or as like kids, did you find it? Do you think you remember it being stressful, or was it a wonderland?
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Gene,
Jen's not listening.
Gene, you there? You dead?
Yeah, hang on one second.
It was kind of a stressful thing for me because I was like, I only had like one video rental I could get.
Okay, so it was too much choice was your problem.
Yeah, it was stressful. It's like, do I watch this or that, or do I run down that aisle? And the fun thing about like even with a video store that had 4 aisles, you still had the choice, and it was your one choice. It's like, all right, you get one movie this week. These are for 5 days. You're getting one of them. And then it was like, shit, what do I watch? Because I only get one.
Yeah, but you can return it early.
But when you're like
And then
a
there's
kid,
next
you
week.
can't take that
That's
movie
true.
back. It's like we're taking these all back at the same time and getting more. But at the time, it was like, all right, you got that one. It's like, all right, you want to watch that?
Did
We're
I make
watching
the
this.
right choice?
It's like, do I want to watch this? Do I want to watch that? It's like, can I watch this because it's R-rated? No, but
I remember being indecisive also, but not to the point where it was stressful. I just loved movie stores. I wish they still existed.
yeah, just because like the movie stores boxes told more stories than like a trailer could. You get too much with the trailer.
Right. It was like, okay, so parallel here. Back in the day, growing up without a lot of money, we, I would like read like record reviews, right, in music magazines or music papers, like in the Rocket out of Seattle. That was free, so I could pick it up and read the reviews. Or I would read the reviews in different like indie music catalogs. And a similar thing was like, oh, what does it say about this? What does it say about this band that I'm not going to hear it for another 10 years because I can't afford to buy all these things that I want to listen to, and there's no way it's getting played on the radio.
True.
Or MTV or whatever. I would just sit there and I would read the reviews. I mean, to this day, I remember a review of a Reverend Horton Heat record that I don't remember what record, but I remember it was the Reverend Horton Heat. And I remember it was in the Insomnia Records catalog saying this is the kind of music you listen to while you're driving your Ford truck over a cliff going 500 miles an hour drinking a PBR. And thinking, well, that sounds cool.
That does sound cool.
That sounds
like
cool
it might be
as hell.
worth my
That
allowance.
sounds like an ideal job to have to describe these records, right? If you're really good with descriptive narrative. Like, wow, you just made that sound like the coolest freaking thing
Yep.
that you probably shouldn't do. Yeah, so same thing with video stores. Like, you'd look at the covers, you'd read the descriptions, the taglines, and like, oh, wow, even if I never saw that movie, can I tell you what it's about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Check this out. I got a question for Jens.
Hit
Alright.
us. Hit us.
Yams means y'all.
What was the cover that just made you say, "Hey, I want to get that movie"?
I don't have that. I have there's a cover that makes me not want to get that movie, and that movie was Bad Moon. Like, all through my childhood, I always seen that cover, and that movie was, throughout my childhood, I was like, I never
scared the hell out of you.
It just looked unsettling. Having seen them American Werewolf in London, that never could pick that one up. It's like, that just looks horrifying.
Mike's terrified of werewolves, by the way.
I hate werewolves. Fuck
You
werewolves.
gotta be kidding me! I tell you what, one of my, that is the most scariest one. Remember the Howling?
Yeah. All those werewolf movies, man, they are horrible. They were cutting edge fucking special effects too. That's probably what roughed you up about them.
The Howling. I turned that bitch off real quick. I was like, screw that.
Yeah. I watched American Werewolf in London, Nazi werewolves. That was kind of the end of my life. That was like, all right, I died a little bit there. It was horrifying. That haunted my dreams for years. And then I seen Bad Moon, and that thing didn't like, not ever anything. That Howling is like, that's fucking all. Probably Howling and Bad Moon, both those two are fucking horrifying damn movie covers I didn't want to watch.
The way but that wasn't even a movie that you rented. It would come on like it'd come on cable TV.
If you had TV, big deal. I didn't have TV.
Well,
We lived in Big Cove, so there was no cable in Big Cove. You couldn't even get a damn radio reception up
They
there.
didn't have a physical police address until what?
Oh gosh.
2000?
After 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no house number.
Yeah. It was just like, all right, we should
I remember
probably...
when he got a mailbox. He was like, I got a house number. I'm going to put up a mailbox, put numbers on it.
Yeah, this is after we met, so this was 2000 plus.
Yeah.
It was like, I got a house number for the first time ever. We had a mailbox
Yeah,
before
there was
in
no
downtown.
police address. There was no physical address. When I met him and my friend stole his wallet, the address just listed the road he lived on. So
No
when we
shit.
decided to stalk him, We were just driving down his road till we saw his car.
Which is
True
probably
story.
a 15, 30-mile road.
I was gonna say, like, you just drove around Big Cove?
Yes, we did.
They look for a red Ford
Wow.
Taurus.
We passed it too. We had.
She
fun.
wanted you bad, dude.
Yeah, we just wanted to hang out.
Yeah, that, mhm.
I had a boyfriend.
It was weird. Anyway, Jesus Christ. All right, you guys, that question.
Oh, the cover? I
Gee.
had to look it up to make sure that I had the right one because there's like a million of them. But it was the first one, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
I really. I don't have one. Like the covers that made me not want to not watch movies were the ones that were like big time TNA.
Yeah.
That was it. It was like, oh, this is just gonna be one of those things that uses a bunch of sex jokes.
What about you, Gene? What was yours?
What, the most scariest one that I seen, or the one that I just said, nah, I ain't gonna watch that?
Both. Let's go with both.
Well, the first one was Friday the 13th. I had to get that one because it had a hockey mask on it, and I liked hockey
Good choice.
at the time
Cool.
That would have been like the third one.
because I liked the New York Rangers. But now I'm a Carolina Hurricane fan. We finally got us a hockey team.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Canes. Definitely. Yeah, gotta support Carolina. But yeah. Yeah, because it was like... Actually, no, I really didn't have a hockey team, possibly the Boston Bruins, but it was just kind of eh. But then the Hurricanes were out there, and it was like, yes, finally. Finally, we got Hurricanes. We got a real team.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because North Carolina gets hit with every fucking hurricane. That hurricane could be happening in the Gulf, and it will eventually hit North Carolina.
Yeah, we're
Every
Hurricane Alley.
damn time. I mean,
It's ridiculous.
Hurricane Alley.
and like the nor'easters, even the snowstorms, we get those, and that's just a winter hurricane, basically.
Yeah, basically. All right, that's a good question. Let's jump to the next subject. Quick movie reviews for this week. What have we seen? What did we watch? Let's do a movie review in the simplest forms.
Oh God.
Leah apparently is going last. Gene, did you hear what I said?
Yeah,
Do you have anything? Because you don't have to go first. I will go first if you don't really want to yet.
yeah, I'm good right now.
All right. I sat down, and me and Gino last week, we hit them Westville Pub and got the free validation parking, which was awesome. We did some longboarding in Asheville, North Carolina. It was awesome. And then we went to Orbit DVD and movie rental, which doesn't do movie rentals that same day. But apparently the day we went was their 15th anniversary of being open. But they didn't have any Palm Fest didn't have anything going on. They weren't celebrating. They were just regular. I was like, the guy's like, we've been open 15 years. Holy shit. On the emails, like on the website, I was like, well, like, goddamn, I just spent $100 over there buying movies with Gene and like whatever. Like he paid like whatever.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he bought movies. I bought
That's
movies.
not what you said.
Whatever.
The wife is just now fine to go.
Winning. But anyway, so we hit Orbit and had a beer and watched all sorts of damn things and bought movies, and it was great. But
Getting it away from me.
the movie I bought, on top of the other movies I bought, was Mondo Cannibal. The 2003 total ripoff of Cannibal Holocaust. And I was like, well, Mario, whatever the hell your name is. I think his name's Mario. Either way, I immediately sold that movie to Gino so he could complete his Cannibal movie collection. And that movie was just a total ripoff of Cannibal Holocaust. Like, cut and dry, 2003 version. And you'd think it'd actually be better and more pretty, but no, it was not. It was a straight up 70s cannibal movie filmed in the modern era.
Ew.
They can't. I tell you what. I guess they try to keep it real. You know.
I agree. Yeah, that was totally it. They totally damn kept it real. And it was just a damn. I felt I didn't read the box close enough to realize it was a total ripoff, or I didn't research it enough to realize it's a total ripoff. But for $11, it's like, hell yeah, this is coming with me. It's a cannibal movie. It's one of those cannibal movies I've read about, and I added it to my collection. And then I immediately realized
I don't need
this is Gene's collection, but yeah, he can buy it later for me. It'll be all good. Because he's got all those films and I can borrow from him if I need to. But anyway, it was crazy. It was just like, this is Cannibal Holocaust on a less special effects budget. Because they use a lot more stock footage in this. And it felt just as gritty and grimy, but it was just kind of missing something. Mm-hmm. But it was like, wait, this is the same story. What the hell? And then I read the box and read the internet, and it was like, yeah, this is just a straight ripoff of that movie. Straight frame for frame, essentially. And there it was. I was like, well, by God, that's why I felt so familiar.
Different characters.
Slightly different characters. Just as big-tittied as the first ones, and just as weird damn storyline as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And you hate the damn main characters just as much as you did in the first one. Good stuff. But, it was good. It was a cannibal movie. Check it out. Mondo Cannibal. I don't know if you can rent it, but if you can buy it for $10, buy it, then sell it to your friend for $10 and just pass it along. And watch it. Put it in your memory, because that movie was one of those movies. If you like
another
cannibal
horrible
movies.
film, a B movie.
Another B-ish, horrible cannibal movie. Alright, and that's my cheap movie review. Next.
Is that me?
Anybody?
I can go.
Go.
Alright, go.
City of Lost Children? French movie?
Yep.
So, there's a backstory to this. We were talking about music with Leah, and the last time we recorded with Leah, talking about music and horror movies, and I was thinking about some of my favorite horror movie soundtracks, and Cemetery Man came up. So I looked that up to see who composed it, because I know that the guy who played Miyagi is a musician who plays like 20 different instruments and is self-taught. Mostly self-taught. And so I was like, I wonder if he had something to do with it. He did not. He does have a couple of like punk bands that he works with. It sounds very like, some of it sounds very Go-Go Bordello. It's really great. I'm trying to remember what they're called.
Keep going.
La Garçon Boucher, the Butcher's Boys. He's French. That actor's name is Francois Hodji Lazaro. So we looked, just in looking that up, I came up with this movie called City of Lost Children. That's the English title. I'm not going to butcher the French because my French is merde.
Sound French to me, better than the ones in the movie.
Yes.
Well, this one is French, and it has, what's his name?
Don't know.
You know. You watched it with me.
Just keep talking about the movie. Focus.
No, this
focus.
is important. It's
No,
important. I'm gonna look.
Come back to it. You're
Okay.
talking.
So this is a movie about. It's really
Here, you
surreal.
think and talk, and I'll look.
Well, then you're gonna laugh at me when you see that I can't.
It's not John Saxon, so who gives a shit? Keep talking.
Ron Perlman. Ron motherfucking Perlman is the lead
I kissed him.
character.
I
What?
totally kissed that
You
I would
motherfucker
totally kiss
in
him.
front
Star
of my
fucker.
husband.
You
And
starfucker.
I did.
I would
Hold
too.
still.
And
I would too. I
Would you
love
sh-
him.
he
I love
shook my
Ron
husband's
Perlman.
hand and said, "Thanks for the loan."
Okay, so Ron Perlman stars in this French film, which is entirely in French. It's subtitled. If you don't like subtitles, get a life. This is a brilliant, like really surreal, kind of trippy movie about kidnapping and age and
Actual
science.
Kid stealing.
And people stealing children's dreams to stay young. Super, super trippy film.
It's on Tubi, I believe. Tubi's the best.
I think we watched it on either Tubi or one of the other ones, but yeah. Francois Lazaro was just one of these random henchmen. Didn't have any lines in this film, just like he really hardly had any lines in Cemetery Man, De la Morte de la More, but still has this like screen presence of being like just super enigmatic.
Great film.
I really liked this movie a lot. I don't want to give it away to people.
Well, we're not doing that type of movie review, but definitely City of Lost Children. It's out there on the free streams. You're going to sit through commercials like you did in the 80s or 90s.
Right.
But it is worth it.
It's totally worth watching. It was a very beautiful film. Very, very beautiful. And Ron Perlman speaking French. Come on.
Right? Just like in The Name of the Rose.
I like In the Name of the Rose. I love that. I love Umberto Eco. Okay, so that was one movie that I watched this, like, between then and now that I really liked. And wait, I have another one.
No, it's her turn.
We watched another
We
one.
only did one movie review. Ha ha!
Oh.
All right.
She can do that.
No, I'm going to throw you on the bus.
Okay.
What'd you watch?
I watched, it's not a horror movie, even though the title totally sounds like it's a horror
Oh,
movie.
no.
The Devil Has a Name.
Okay.
And Edward James Olmos directed this movie.
Oh, wow.
And it's about a farmer who takes on an oil company for destroying his soil with all their fracking water and whatnot. And
It's kind of a horror movie.
yeah, like, especially, yeah. And I think I wish it had been more, I don't know, had more oomph to it. I had read just the title of a review that said that it lacked a full punch, and I was like, God damn it, because that's true. But it was so good. The lead female character is named Gigi, and she's played by Kate Bosworth, and I was totally ready to hate her because she works for an oil company. And
Exactly.
I fucking love Gigi. I fucking loved Gigi. And she was holding a broken bottle of booze to my man's throat. And I still love her.
Wow.
Because, yes, Pablo's in it. Which is why I watched it to begin with. And I'm so glad that I did. Regardless of whether he stole the fuck out of that movie, by the way. But,
Apparently Gigi did.
no, Pablo did. And I don't think they even say his character's name. It's Ezekiel, but I don't think that they say his name at any point in the movie. But because when he's asked who he is, he just says that he's from Houston. That's all. Like, the oil company sent him there to fuck everybody's shit up and fuck up shit he did.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes documentaries are scarier than.
Well, it's not really a documentary. It's inspired by true events.
Right. Now, we watched Feels Good Man, which is about the guy who created Pepe the Frog.
Okay.
And how that was hijacked by white supremacists. I think that I can file that under, like, real life horror.
That's more like real life horror, but Leah, how did this end? I guess.
It ended, unfortunately, very realistically. They settled.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
The horror.
She admitted in court that they did knowingly poison his soil, and it did nothing to the company. They paid him his money, and the oil company kept going. And, you know, I mean, that's a huge spoiler. I'm sorry that I'm spoiling it for everyone, but it's so...
You're not spoiling anything. We live in
realistic. I know, right? We all know what happens. We all know
how
his
the
never
legal
get taken
system
down.
works.
And
comes to
Martin
corporations.
Sheen was adorable in it.
Oh.
Edward James Olmos was in it as well as directing it, and watching two old men fight was adorable. Like, David Strathairn and Edward James Olmos got in a fight, and it was adorable. Pablo's character was a complete sociopath and really terrifying. And poor little Haley Joel Osment was in it.
Oh, couldn't.
And yeah, it was. I actually really liked it. I watched it twice in 2 days. My husband made fun of me for paying full price for it on Vudu, and I was like, I don't care, just hit play. And then I wouldn't watch it with anybody else in the room because Pablo's in it. I knew I would blush really hard, and I was correct.
How did it feel compared to No Country for Old Men with that kind of old that feel? It sounds like this was kind of like one of those movies that had that
They
comparison.
don't. They're not similar at all.
Not really. Okay.
No. No Country for Old Men was suspense the whole way.
Yes.
And the sociopaths were completely different styles of sociopaths.
But definitely sociopaths.
But definitely sociopaths. Like, no question.
I love that.
And so I would never compare it. That's apples and oranges, really.
Okay.
But yeah, it was important because we all know what oil companies are doing, and we're letting them do it anyway.
Yep.
Because we want the plastic and the gas and everything that comes from oil. And we really need to rethink that shit because they are getting away with fucking genocide and mass murder, and they don't care, and we need to make them care.
Yeah.
And this movie points that out, but it's nothing we don't already know.
Now, what is that damn movie that I let you watch that you wouldn't watch, Mike? And it was about the oil companies, and I cannot remember the name of it.
Nor can I, but like, it's definitely not the worst movie you've ever seen. You've never mentioned. Don't ever mention that one, right?
I told you it was like a really, it was a scary movie, but it's kind of more like a turn of the century western.
Okay.
There will be blood.
And you said you just wouldn't watch it, but now I can't even remember the damn name of it.
Was it There Will Be Blood?
There Will Be Blood. That's
There you
it. That is the movie. Now that is one Lee ought to watch because that'll turn you against oil right there.
Will it?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't.
That's what it's about.
It is about oil.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
That's what it's all about. This guy, this guy went out to make his riches. Dug a oil well by hand by himself out in the desert, and he got rich. And he just turned into an evil psychopath. And I mean, it is a horror movie. It's a scary movie. And I'd tell you what, you'll give it 4 stars.
Okay, that's fair. Interesting.
You should have watched that. I mean,
it was just like there. It was like I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it looked like a western. Which it was.
It wasn't into westerns at the time. That's why. I'll give you that.
Yeah. So I mean, but there's a lot of westerns out there that are scary and are horror films. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's one of them. And Leah's got to watch that one if she liked the one she's talking about. I'll watch the one she's talking about if she'll watch that
Deal.
one. There Will Be Blood.
I'll watch There Will Be Blood if you watch The Devil Has a Name.
I got you. I'll do it.
Okay.
Devil Has a Name. All right. That's a trade-off. I guess I have to watch both these goddamn movies about oil. Screw both you guys. All right. And all right, Gene, your movie review. What did you watch this week?
I didn't watch nothing, man. I went fishing.
You son of a bitch. You didn't watch anything?
But I do want to watch this one, Shoot the Living, Pray for the Dead.
You still haven't watched that? Jeez, that's been
I
like...
still haven't done it.
Oh, God. That was like last week. You
I know,
bastard.
but damn,
All right, Gene, what was the last movie you watched? Last movie you watched. Let's review that. A couple weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
I haven't watched it.
You've just been sitting in your room fucking Doing nothing.
No, I've just been going fishing, and that's it.
Fair. All right. Damn it, Gene, I'm not going to be calling you back and having you on the podcast, you sumbitch.
Yes, you will. Gene is gold.
He is gold.
He is Appalachian gold.
He is Appalachian gold. We love Gene. You bastard. You need to watch a movie, you fuck.
I'm going to. I'm going to watch the cannibal thing and that other one. We'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yep,
No
yep.
doubt.
He doesn't even remember the title.
Yep, yep. But he knows what he's talking about. Yeah. But definitely, it's like, you're going to watch Cemetery Man. I'm lending you that copy of Cemetery Man, which is actually going to get to you, and I expect it back, unlike when I gave it to her to give to you, and she gave it to somebody else before it got to you, and that happened.
Man,
Suck
you've
it.
lent me a million films. You always got them back.
I know. That's why I don't have any problem doing that. Giving them to my wife to lend somebody doesn't happen. Damn it.
Stick the bottom.
Yeah, but you're going to have to watch Tales from the Dark Side, and you're going to have to bring that back.
God
Because
damn
I
it.
got to watch that on Halloween.
Yep. All right. That's my movie damn lineup for the next week is Tales from the Dark
Tales
Side.
from the Dark Side.
And, all right. That's good. Leah went upstairs. She'll be back in a moment. And, let's jump to, good Lord. All right, let's try wrapping this up. We'll just kind of wrangle this up.
Bless you, man.
You can let me talk about the other movie I saw.
All right, Maddie, pour me a drink, and we'll let you talk about what you've seen also this week.
Mike saw it as well. This is one of those movies where I think it would have been a lot more palatable if it didn't have so many like bathroom humor, sex jokes, and every bodily fluid possible in it, because it actually kind of turned my stomach at a couple points. I kind of gagged.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie was called Ghost Killers versus Bloody Mary,
Mm-hmm.
which would have been really fun and campy if they would have just kept it as a cross between like some like paranormal documentary and Evil Dead, but they had to bring a whole bunch of like gross body fluids into it and gross sex scenes and stuff. But other than that, and it was also for what was this? Trying to remember what country it was from.
It was it wasn't Paraguay. It wasn't Brazil.
It was that other country that starts with a P.
Portugal.
Portugal. It was a Portuguese film. It's one of those countries where you're watching it and you're like, I can't quite put my finger on what language they're speaking. It sounds like a Frankenstein's monster of like French and Dutch and Spanish. Sorry, all of our Portuguese listeners that we don't have, but just my American ear. But yeah, fun film. Would have been really good if they would have left some of that stuff out of it. I thought it was really a fun ride. It's about like internet ghost hunters. So it has a very Ghostbusters vibe, which they make fun of. And then it has, like, they end up, like, investigating a real paranormal phenomena, which is really actually violent and dark and malevolent. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. Like I said, like I actually did like about lose my lunch a couple times because of the body fluids, which like things like blood don't do it for me. But when you like strive to put every form of body fluid into a film,
Yes.
it was a little gross. It was a little gross, but other than being gross, super well done, actually. Other than the grossness. Ghost Killers versus Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Don't let your son watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. Try to let your pre-teens watch that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun little film. And yeah, it was good. All right, just had notes there. So I got a quote and put in the description for you listeners. We are nearly 2 hours in, so let's start wrapping this up. Because I know you guys are sitting there washing dishes and doing nothing, just listening to us in your background. We love you for doing it. Thank you for listening to us in whatever your daily chores are. But
Get a laugh.
damn it, Gene, these people are just chilling, listening to us.
We're giving them life.
We're in the background of their life. That's the thing. We're in the background of their life.
Well, we all have podcasts we listen to when we're doing stuff.
Yeah, we
That's
love
true.
podcasts.
I'll be listening to a podcast on the way home.
You'll be
Say,
listening to
watch these horror films that are gonna make you feel horrible.
Or feel
and
great.
disgusting.
Yep. Yeah, we try to sell things that we watch and, like, we shouldn't let you watch. Sometimes. But, like, unless you feel that way, you should watch it. Generally, it's like, you probably could let that one slide and go find something else to think about. But, yeah. I don't know. Like,
So don't burn a hole in your brain like we do.
Right?
good answer. Yeah,
We're
true.
providing a public service.
It's a PSA.
So if it sounds bad, it's probably freaking bad.
Or maybe really, really good.
Or it could be really good. Quick question. Tacos or burritos? Go,
Fuck
Maddie. Gene, tacos or burritos?
Tacos, straight up.
Burritos.
Tacos. Alright, good. Alright, that was a quick question.
Taquitos.
Taquito?
I
What
fucking love taquitos.
the hell's a taquito?
You've never had a
Fried
taquito?
A little deep fried?
Aren't those chimichangas?
No. Chimichangas are also deep fried, but taquitos are like a thin roll of meat in a corn tortilla and deep. Oh my god, they're so fucking good.
You know what taquitos are.
I know what those little
Yeah,
rolled
damn
tortilla
hippie.
chips.
Also called taquitos here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Next week I'm bringing taquitos over for everyone.
Oh, we're looking forward to next week, listeners, because Leah's got on the hook. She's been hooked to bring us taquitos. And they're
I'll
not
do
just the
it,
cheap
too.
chips that I enjoy.
You're gonna turn us into a damn hippie.
No, it sounds like amazing.
Are you actually
Mexican
gonna
food.
show up, Gene? Gonna eat the taquitos?
Free food next week, Gene.
Free food, hell yeah.
All right, next week we're gonna do free food. Leah's got to figure out her day. She can come bring us taquitos. I'll provide the damn wine. It'll be.
As the shit.
It's the last week before Halloween,
Yep.
so I'm actually stoked that I'm gonna have to edit this tomorrow and the next day to just get this out in the week roughly. But we're on the last week of damn pre-2-week Halloween, so yay!
Are you guys coming to my house? We're doing bonfire. It's social distance bonfire at the house for Halloween, on Halloween. I don't know if you
What
guys
time?
have plans. Firelights at 9, man.
It's a little late. There's a damn. The thing is, there's a damn Fortnite event happening at 9.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Yep.
God forbid.
God forbid we don't miss that.
Okay,
but-
can we steal Oliver on Friday? Because Ed's having a Halloween party with his friends. I cannot guarantee social distancing because
Yeah.
they're 13.
They are teenagers, but. and
I'm
that's
making
generally-
cupcakes so their hands won't be all over everybody's food.
Yeah.
We're
All right.
momming this shit.
Yeah, so we're running to social distancing Halloween because Halloween has to happen, people. Whether you believe it or not, Halloween does have to happen,
It does.
even in this crazy 2020 year we're living in.
And it's 4 days before my husband's 40th birthday.
Oh wow, lucky. And I've got the entire fucking weekend off. I'm taking All Souls Day, All Saints Day, and All Hallows Eve, as like I often try to do. And I believe, Gene, you got those days off too, don't you, brother?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Hell yeah.
Every year.
Hell yeah. So we might have to have a little gathering on maybe All Saints Day or All Souls Day. Not Halloween, but maybe the days after, and maybe have some damn fucking candy skulls or fucking just some,
Kind de mort.
something delicious.
I've read the description. It sounds amazing.
We'll definitely make some damn traditional Mexican
and
food.
it's
Maybe
death.
we'll bring out the damn big screen and watch damn freaking what's that great damn animation?
Coco.
The Halloween
or-
tree.
Coco.
No, there's two. There's
Coco.
Coco and
Coco's
there's
it. Halloween Tree's amazing. Halloween Tree is amazing.
If you
Coco-
actually have a working VCR, Jane, we have a VHS copy of the Halloween Tree.
Aye.
What about Mad Monster Party?
Epic too.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So we might have to have a porch party where I bring out the DVD.
I know what one you're thinking of. I can't put my finger on it.
We'll put it right there, have the damn sound bar, and just plop it out there and just watch it.
Book of Life.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer Book of Life over Coco, to be honest.
Ah, man.
Coco makes me cry.
Book of Life is great. Like our coworker at work, I'm not going to use his name. He's from Mexico. Straight up hardest worker we got. And Gene knows who I'm talking about, right, Gino?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. He said like movie Coco was the most legitimate representation of Mexico he's ever seen on a cartoon.
Aww.
And he's like fucking 50-something now. And he goes back to the country and visits every 5 or 6 years when he can afford it. He was like, that's exactly what it looks like. When you go there, that's what you look like. That's
Yeah,
what it
for
looks
real,
like. It's
for
like,
real.
that shit was legit. He didn't say that in those terms because he's a fucking straight up just nice old dude. He's like, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks really just like that. Legit fucking looks
It
like
was
that
so
shit,
cool.
motherfuckers. Deal with it.
That was
Coco's so good.
Ron Perlman's in the Book of Life.
okay.
So we'll probably be watching Coco
Halloween Tree.
and Halloween Tree and Book of Life.
And I found our copy of Something Wicked This Way Comes. We should watch that.
And Something Wicked This Way Comes. If you haven't seen that, do
Likely
yourself.
Halloween will be playing at my
If you
house on the
figure that out,
garage.
if you guys can figure that one out though, because that one's been in the Disney vaults for years, decades.
What the
Something Wicked This
Something
Way
Wicked
Comes.
This Way Comes? Really?
Yeah, it's been in the vaults for years. They haven't released it.
I'm not kidding. So
Like that's why my only copy is that one weird DVD copy.
Pam Grier. Y'all.
What?
Pam Grier.
Something Wicked This Way Comes?
Pam Grier was in Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Where was she?
She was the like gypsy fortune teller lady.
Oh yes, yes. Premium. All right, so you're not getting to borrow that tonight, but you're definitely getting to borrow something else.
Until I give back Witch Hunter General, don't let me borrow anything.
No, I've got to let you borrow Cemetery Man because I've got that on hard drive. But Cemetery Man, Rupert Everett.
Okay.
As soon as you see the box and you look at it, it's like, I gotta watch this. It's like you'll come home from
Also
work
not
and
really
like,
good with kids.
I gotta watch this. Yeah, don't watch it with the kids unless they like movies.
Well, I
He
mean,
will. I'm sure
boys
he's
like
playing video
movies,
games.
but-
He won't watch it.
Oh, we got a Vincent Price fan in the audience.
We do.
In
She's
the
been in the podcast for years.
Ooh.
Yeah, she loves Witchfinder General, which she hasn't watched yet. But she loves it. And she will definitely say she loves it when she sees it after we've rented, let her borrow it.
Like a month ago.
But yeah, we're going to wrap this one up, Gene. So let's do some wrap-up stuff. Final thoughts on video rental stores. Any ideas? Maddie.
Bring it back, son.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. We
Straight
wish.
up.
Resurrect it.
God, we're so old.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, bring back video rental stores. Like,
And the drive-through, and then the drive-in. Hey,
man, if we could pull off drive-ins, yeah. Like, I'd love to be able to watch drive-in once a month. Once a month would be about all I could tolerate, but that'd be a special one night out.
best social distance thing ever, and
Hell
I
yeah.
believe people would make a lot of damn money if they would just resurrect it.
Yeah, for real.
I don't see why not. All right, let's wrap this up. What did we learn this week? Has anybody learned anything this week that we can enrich our listeners' lives with?
I just learned today, it's not going to enrich anybody's life but mine, but it works for me, that when someone sends in their own pieces for us to work on at work, we don't have liability. If I break it, I don't have to replace it.
Ooh,
I didn't know that
that's
until
nice.
like a few hours ago today. And that's exciting. Like, that takes off so much pressure.
Oh, that's so stress relieving. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's not happened, but
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Oh man, that's sweet. Gene, anything?
Lord Jesus Christ,
Here we go. And
have mercy on our souls.
that seems legit, Gene. We all pray for that every day. I agree.
I don't, but okay.
And she doesn't. And I only have to. God's out there. He's somewhere.
Here's a fun fact, and I didn't learn this week, but somebody else might need to learn it this week.
Here we go.
That saying people throw around from ghoulies and ghosties and long-legged beasties. Ghoulies, ghosties, and long-legged beasties. You hear that thrown around this time of year sometimes? No?
Nope. I see it. It's on our wall, but I don't remember it.
Well, that's why I'm pointing it out. It really comes from an old nun's prayer that said, "From ghoulies and ghosties and long-legged beasties and things that go bump in the night, dear Lord, deliver us."
Hey,
So
that's
also
cute.
things that go bump in the night comes from an old nun's prayer.
See? No, okay, now I learned something new
Now
this
you
week.
learn something new
Oh,
this
that's
week,
fun. That's really wicked.
right?
Yep.
I love things that go bump in the night.
Ghoulies
maybe
and
my cat.
ghosties.
I am not a fan of things that go bump in
Long-legged
the night.
beasties.
Not bump in the night. They make me
It's
stressful.
usually black walnuts on my roof for crying out loud.
Right?
Oh, so loud. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, things at night just make me stress out because, like, do I have to get out of my warm bed to go investigate or not?
Dear Lord, deliver me.
Put me from that noise so I can just think,
Deliver me from the black walnut.
do I think, did I lock the door? God damn, I know I did, but did I? Stress. And then I'm laying there, fucking Tom from Tom and Jerry, just looking at the roof, like, big-eyed, like, fuck, did I? Stressing, sweating, like, thinking about it. It's like, yep, I gotta go investigate. I hate my life. And there's nothing. And fuck. But that's life. I didn't really learn much this week, but I did learn support any type of local video rental or service store you got. Like,
Yeah, man.
some places that are those kind of independent, weird, hipster seeming little places that sell videos or like knickknacks or something kind of fun. Like, I'm sitting here in an Elvira t-shirt from Ben at Fright Rags, and I thought, Fright Rags, they do horror t-shirts. I got an Elvira t-shirt last week, and it came in 2 days ago. And it's like, fuck, Elvira's rad. I want a t-shirt. I want to walk around town. I want to go vote in an Elvira t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I went and voted for my candidates in an Elvira t-shirt, and the guy that, like, screened me is like, man, Elvira, she was a dish. And I was like, you're damn right, and she was funny. He's like, yes, she was. And he was,
Sorry. Exactly how you think she would be in person.
yeah, she was fucking hilarious. When we met her at Damn Fanboy,
Yeah.
yeah, she was hilarious. Yeah, that's the only reason we didn't go to Damn Mad Monsters last year.
100% that was the reason why me and Mike just said, nah, we're good on this.
Yeah,
Because if Elvira ain't going to be there, that was the whole reason to go. That
Yeah.
was my whole reason, you know?
Yep. And she had conjunctivitis the time we've seen our fanboy in Knoxville. But she was still funny shit. Listening to her as you were walking up and waiting in line, just listening to her talk, she's a fucking doll.
The best energy. The best.
She's so positive. It's like, what the shit? How can you be that fucking positive? It's just like, what a doll. What a doll.
And I want to say this, the Elvira movies, me and my sister probably watched every one of them. We'd go to the movies, you know, movies, the place where you rent them.
Yep. It had a cow
she
theme.
had so many of them and stuff like that. And they ought to come out with a box set.
They're out there, Gene, but, like, they're out there. Like, I've got two
But
of
this
them.
was VHS straight up.
Yeah, that era. Yeah, Elvira's a doll. She's fucking hilarious. Cassandra Peterson, she's freaking epic. And she's just fucking funny.
Yeah.
And just a real down-to-earth person.
Yeah. Like, boys,
She's
if
so
you can find a
great.
girl that does that, she's a keeper. So there you
Hell
go. Hell yeah.
Also,
And drove a black Cadillac.
Oof. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh
My
yeah.
favorite car.
Hell yeah.
Sam's.
A 59 Cadillac.
I don't think hers is a 59.
I think she runs
Is
a
it a 60?
I think she runs a 61. But it's all pimped out. It's got like freaking special damn grill, special
Yeah,
steering
it's
wheel.
got the little like skull gear shifter. and shit.
Her black caddy. She's
adorable.
running a black Cadillac. A
Yes.
black Cadillac is what you need in a girl if you're gonna have anything at all.
And that's my Cadillac.
And I tell you what, that was one of the. It made me cringe when the hood fell off of her car, and then they stepped on it.
What?
I was like,
Leah has
on
something.
Mistress of the Dark.
He was correct. It's a 59.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really? Gene,
Oh,
you're
Oh,
right.
you're right, Gene.
I was like, Jesus,
That's
no.
the best year for Cadillacs.
Gene, you're right. She does roll in a 59 Cadillac. Good call.
Convertible.
Car.
Is it Fleetwood?
But that wasn't one I would roll with. Mine would be a 59 Cadillac limo.
And mine would be the 59 Cadillac Hearse side loader.
Eldorado.
AKA, no.
No,
it's a
Seville.
Fleetwood.
Mine's Sedan DeVille. The
But-
59 Sedan DeVille is my baby.
The Hearse side loader
Hey,
had suicide
once
doors.
we get some money, we can all have all of them. We can follow each other.
Well, we
Suicide-
definitely
Oh my
all
god, a
need to
parade.
we all got to go into that
Oh,
lottery and buy those
Convoy.
lottery tickets.
Thank
like
you.
every
That's the word I couldn't think of.
we hit that
Hey, if
lottery,
you're
all
out
of us
there
are getting them
listening
59
and you like
caddies.
your podcast, you can donate one to me.
Yeah,
Or
anybody.
all of it.
Anybody want to give
I
me a
don't want
Cadillac
a
Hearse?
I don't want a caddy. I want a truck.
What?
what about a
What
caddy
truck?
hearse?
What truck do you want?
I forgot the name of it.
Oh man. Hey Gene, you think of any epic trucks that would
An
fit the horror genre?
antique.
Antique truck.
Well, I mean, any
62
antique truck.
Chevrolet, straight up.
Or the-
Thanks, buddy.
62 Chevy. Anything with those big, wide ass, bubbly kind of damn
Yeah.
wheel
Ask me a
covers.
62
Yeah, the old
Chevrolet
Fords are cute, too.
step bed.
Yeah, side steppers. Yeah. Those are
Oh.
gorgeous.
I like those.
Straight 6-cylinder, old school farm truck. I don't want nothing with no damn. Well, you know, I'm a damn hillbilly redneck, so you know I just like a farm truck.
I also love farm trucks, Gene. I
For-
get
for
you,
real.
buddy.
I hear
They're
you.
practical when they're practical.
Yep.
And I'm not modifying it or anything.
Mm-mm.
Keep the
Same.
patina the way it is, make it look cool.
Clean up
But
the
if it's-
engine, replace
But if
them.
it's 3 on the tree, put it 3 on the floor. It's they dry better and they don't hang up. You don't have to get up under them and have to adjust all that shit. You know, because 3 on a tree is hard to drive.
Then again, with an old car, if you do need to readjust something, it's not hard. It doesn't require an engineering degree.
True.
That's what I like about old cars.
Also, listeners.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you look at the motors and stuff, I mean, there's plenty
Cars
of
don't
room.
have carburetors now.
Doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't
they
make
don't.
sense. My Cadillac, if she's running sluggish, I just kind of loosen up the carburetor, let more airflow through there.
You need to get that. Definitely need to get that thing running. You don't have to do no body work on it or nothing like that. Get it running. I tell you what, man, that would be a straight up hit, son.
Well, she's a beast.
She's a beast. All right, people. We've been subjecting you to the background noises of the local 74 highway running whatever the hell 74 runs, north to south, south to west, east to west to south to northwest,
All over the place.
all over the place. But there's been all sorts of damn sirens and bullshit, but apparently damn 74 is busy as shit today. So we're not in the ghettos. We aren't any, like, fucking worried of being damn
They're after us.
whatever, or being damn threatened by the police, but there is
Pick
a
up the
lot of weird
bodies.
background there. That's strange. I will leave that in the podcast, but
Yeah, that sounds like there's a wreck, and I'm gonna have to deal with it on the way home.
oh god, yeah. Sounds like it's going that way. So
It
maybe
does.
So hopefully it's going to the leftish of us and not to the rightish of us. But that sounds like a lot of ambulance. But all right, people, we thank you for listening here at the Chainsaw Bar, and that's pretty much all I got. Anybody got any final thoughts?
Nope.
Wrong
Damn,
way.
here it comes. Listen, there it comes. 3, 2,
Whoop,
1.
whoop.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
That's the sound of the police.
That's the sound of ambulance. Damn. Yeah. You guys didn't have to listen.
Man.
Damn it, man. You guys didn't have to listen to no damn lawnmowers today, but you did have to hear all the damn ambulances and shit.
Birds.
Yep.
We made sure our neighbors mowed their lawns yesterday.
All right. Fair. All right.
It's true.
That's all we got here on the Chainsaw Bar. It's spooky season. We're into week 3. Thank God we got this recorded because this was a fun one. And I love this type of season. It's the
Probably
best.
the worst one we've ever seen or heard.
Quite possibly.
It very well could be, Gene.
It could be the worst one we've done in a while.
Don't use the Christmas. one.
Gene, we thank you for being here in Christmas land.
Thank God Halloween's
Chainsaw
coming
Man.
up so we can get rid of all the spookiness.
Whoa.
It's
Like
like
it
this.
never really leaves.
It never leaves you.
Never really leaves.
When that
That's what
darkness
Halloween's
creeps.
about. The scare off all the evil spirits.
Yep.
True.
I guess for some people.
For some people. But
Oh yeah, by God.
Yep.
Horrible.
in the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing some damn Della Morte Dell'Amore. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And to all our listeners out there in the world, we thank you. Someday I may do a Patreon, and I still haven't done the YouTube MP4 thing where I put a picture on top of the audio. And that's the only thing holding me back from the YouTube, because I have to make our audio into MP4s.
You should take a picture of your little cemetery.
That'd be a good one. So there we are. But in time, we'll be on YouTube. We may be somewhere else. But right now, on your streaming audio devices, iPod-y things, here we are. It's spooky season. We're about to wrap up season 1 of the Chainsaw Bar. We've almost been online for a year.
Yep.
Like,
No kidding.
almost to well, actually to the day of the 31st of October,
Our baby all grows up.
we'll be on 1 year. So season
And
1 wraps up.
support your local store.
Hell yeah.
Because you gotta get your garlic.
My garlic
Vincent
burns.
Price.
Vince Price. Got to replace the garlic. Last man on earth. Yes, Gene.
Garlic.
God, he had a nice station wagon too.
Oh yeah, what in the hell was that?
That was like a 58 station wagon. It was great. Anyway, all right.
It is a Ford.
It probably was. It was gorgeous. All right, people. Gene, we're wrapping it up.
Out.
Out.
I'm out.
Well, you gotta save room.
Yeah.
On 3, people. We appreciate you. We love you worldwide. We are the Chainsaw Bar. Happy spooky season. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Vroom. And thank you for listening.